All righty. Here we go. Part 2, live. All righty. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on over here. Anybody said anything yet? There we go. All righty. There's those. Put those back over there. Let me get this shared on our story. About the only place I posted. Turn this off. Okay. Part 2. Yes. All right, make sure you've hit the like button, just like we've done before. Let me get this on our story as well. Okay. No, it hadn't, Eric. Where is that? You may have to keep me updated on that one, or keep reminding me. I think you heard me. I don't know if you heard me or not, but earlier I was mentioning about trying to get all of our autographs together. We have so many autos right now, and it looks like we're about to have even more authenticated, and we just got a bunch. So yeah, give me a couple reminders on that, and I've got to get that going. So I'm at the ER. Mark, that doesn't sound fun. Hope you're okay. Oh, helping somebody? Well, I hope they're okay. Let's see. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to change the description of these videos. Part 2. Oh 01 11/25. There we go. 1 Part 1 ended. Boom. All right. Here we go. Voice. I don't know. The voice captions might be faster. Let's go through a crate of new vinyl. Everybody's getting on. Make sure you hit the like button. Saturday night, part 2. Who knows what we're going to do? But I'm going to start showing you records because if you're watching, you're obviously here for music. So let me show you some stuff I have right here that you may need, okay? First thing we have is Judas Priest, Angel of Retribution. Still got 2 copies of that, $44.99. This is the last opportunity to get in for combined shipping. When I say good night tonight, that's it, unless I post a recap video of our new vinyl and a whole lot of records, which I plan on doing, because most of our new vinyls right here, I'm probably going to do one more big recap video, post that, and that'll be the true last opportunity. But if you want to buy something live, this last segment here is it. Judas Priest is $46.99. Gorgira, The Way of All Flesh, is $54.99. I got to send one more text message. Hold on a second while I do this. I actually got to text Paul. Let me text Paul right quick. Let me text Paul. And Paul, if you're watching, I sent you a text. Okay, we have Marilyn Monroe's Greatest Hits. That's on Splatter Vinyl. So, Marilyn Monroe, Gorgira, Judas Priest, Skull Snaps, $29.99. All-time classic funk soul album featuring the heavily sampled It's a New Day that's been flipped by The Far Side, The Prodigy, Gangstar, Mobb Deep, and many others. Skull Snaps, $29.99. Gorgira, L'Enfant Sauvage, $46.99. Quiet Riot, Metal Health. We sold those OG 45s earlier. Here is the album remastered. Bang Your Head. Come On, Feel the Noise. $33.99. Last copy of Winger Pull. Winger is $33.99. Shabuzi, Where I've Been Isn't Where I'm Going. Number 1 song, a bar song, Tipsy, $26.99. Megadeth, So Far So Good So What, $36.99. The Ramones, Brain Drain, $33.99 on the Ramones. Toby Keith's 13 number 1 hits. Toby Keith is $34.99. Should have been a cowboy. I should have been a record salesman. To Hell with the Amps, Striper, $39.99 for Striper. Grateful Dead, Terrapin Station, $33.99. Jerry Cantrell, I Want Blood, red vinyl, $36.99. And we have Judas Priest, Angel of Retribution. And I sold one of those earlier. Somebody saw it laying in the bin. They was like, hey, I want one of those. And I was like, sold. I have one left. Angel of Retribution is the first Judas Priest, and the last Judas Priest is Screaming for Vengeance. So Judas Priest, Jerry Cantrell. Grateful Dead, by the way, is a remaster on green vinyl. We got Striper still, the newest release. Toby Keith, Ramones, Megadeth, Shabuzi, Winger, Quiet Riot, Gorgira, Skull Snaps, Marilyn Monroe, Gorgira, and Judas Priest, Angel of Retribution, okay? Angel of Retribution. That's one crate right there. I think we've already been through that one tonight. Let me grab this one over here that is casually just laying back here on the ground. Let's bring that up here and go through that as well. I hadn't been through these yet tonight. So if you're thinking about some of these, now would be a great time to jump on some of these, all right? And let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get some more of these Kiss 45s up for auction. Kiss, you wanted the best, you got it. The hottest 45s on Colectco. Motorhead. Motorhead Overkill is going up for a $10 start. That's our first auction here of part 2. Motorhead Overkill. And we have Shiso European and Shandy. We sold one of those earlier. That one's about VG Plus EX. Let's do a $7 start on that, okay? $7 start on that. So Motorhead and Kiss are up for auction. Motorhead's a $10 start. Kiss is a $7 start. That's where we're at on those. Let's go ahead and sort this right here. And what did you miss? You missed an epic part 1. Great stuff. Dang it, I meant to charge my phone while I was on break. And I know next time I'll eat earlier because I normally don't break. But man, I had some Mexican food delivered. Ernest was here the other day when I was eating that Mexican food from Mango's. Ernest, I just ate me a big steak fajita burrito, beans and rice, chips and dip. Had a bunch of chocolates from Walgreens. We have Kiss Carnival of Souls, the final session, $36.99. Last copy. We have Killer Samstown for $36.99. We have The Cure Live London Lullaby Best London 1992. The Cure is $29.99. We have The Very Best of Dolly Parton, $33.99. The Very Best of Dolly Parton. Also, we have Led Zeppelin 2. That's a 180-gram remaster, Led Zeppelin 2, $33.99. Kiss has one bid for $7 on Shandy. Motorhead has 0 bids, looking for a $10 start. Metallica and Justice for All, $44.99. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, $39.99. We have Screaming Trees, Uncle Anesthesia, $38.99. Excuse me, gosh, something just came out of me. Wasp, The Headless Children, $38.99. Anytime I grab a Wasp album, a demon comes out of me. Grateful Dead. What in the world? This is Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath Paranoid, $33.99. Also, we have Eagles, Hotel California, 180 gram, $33.99. Final call on Kiss for $7. Final call to get a bid on Motorhead. Led Zeppelin, $33.99. Black Sabbath, $33.99. Nirvana, $36.99. And Pearl Jam 10, Even Flow, $28.99. Van Halen 2 Remaster, $33.99. Tool Undertow, Jane's Addiction, Nothing Shocking. 2 copies of that. Black Sabbath self-titled. 13th Floor Elevators, $34.99. Van Halen, Thin Lizzy, Bad Reputation. Motley Crue's Greatest Hits, Townes Van Zandt. Rush, Hold Your Fire. Rush, Signals. Fate's Warning, Disconnected. Fate's Warning, X. And Prince, For You, $29.99. John Roganiski, Papa Bear Studio, wants Pearl Jam. Thank you. You're the first sell of part 2. Second sell of part 2 is R.K. Tucker. That is $7. $7, and nobody bid on Motorhead. Motorhead is a $10 buy it now. $10 buy it now on Motorhead. So to Pearl Jam out of there, 10. Even Flow. Alive. Jeremy Black is on there. Sheets of Empty Canvas. Man, great stuff there. Every time you show a Black Sabbath, the same demon comes back inside. Yeah, evidently. Because I showed Black Sabbath and I called it a Grateful Dead album. Big difference. We have Kiss, we have Killers, we have Cure, we got Dolly, we got Zeppelin. I just passed there 20 minutes ago and you had all the food then. I would stop by and beg for some. Sorry, it was consumed very quickly. I ate all that food like it was going to run away. Metallica, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Screaming Trees, Wasp, Black Sabbath, Eagles, Zeppelin, Sabbath, Nirvana, Van Halen, Tool, Jane's Addiction, Sabbath, Easter Everywhere, Van Halen, Thin Lizzy, Motley Crue, Townes Van Zandt, Rush, Fate's Warning, Prince. All right. We're on the board with a Kiss, and Kiss is already sold. He got one bid for $7. Motorhead, no bid. Sherry, I'll order you a Pearl Jam. Put down Sherry Darnell on a Pearl Jam waiting list. Everybody's got to have a copy of 10. That's got music on it that will satisfy anybody's genre liking. There's so much good stuff on there. All right, here's our next Kiss. Shout it, shout it, shout it out loud. This is on the original blue. That's an earlier single, of course, from Kiss on this blue Casablanca label. And let's go ahead and put this up right now. And this is Shout It Out Loud. Let's grade it about VG+. B-side on that was Sweet Pain. There is a little bit of a piece of tape on the back. It's in the company sleeve. $7 start on that. Eden Riviera. Eden Riviera gets Motorhead for $10. And then next is Will There Be a Waitlist for Pearl Jam? Yes, I've done that. Undertow, it's a 2 LP. Not a bad price for Tool. Tool just had a price increase on everything except this. I'm waiting for Maynard to decide he needs to charge about $50 for these. And at 2 LPs for a Tool album, it still probably will sell. Right now, you can grab these for $33.99, which is I'm like, wow, because they just increased Fear Inoculum. It's weird. They did a price increase on the 3LP black Fear Inoculum. The box sets have went down, of course. They made 10 billion of them. But then they've jacked up Lazarolis, but these are still cheap. It just doesn't make sense. That is sold to John Fernandez. If anybody else wants to let me know. It's just a matter of time before they decide, hey, we can start charging $50 for those, just like the rest of our albums. Next is this. This is sold to Rob Fortham. That's my second to last copy of Falling into Infinity. $39.99. $39.99. And Charles McDonald, if you want to go on a waiting list, let me know. The Towns Van Zandt was $29.99. That was live. That's a bootleg. Helsinki, Finland, $29.99. Kiss is a $7 start. Shout It Out Loud is a $10 start. Shout It Out Loud is a $10 start. And I'm going to try one of the next to last Motorhead. This was new when this was new. This was $20. This is a fairly recent release. It's a single 45. Motorhead's going up for a $15 start. Overkill Bomber, a 40th anniversary double 7-inch picture disc to celebrate the loudest, dirtiest bastard rock and roll of 1979. That's a $15 start. Towns Van Zandt's $29.99. Charles McDonald, if it's okay, I'll get you a Tool Undertow. Now, I do have Lateralis. I have Lateralis if anybody wants it. And I think I can still get Opiate. Okay? There it is. Boy, we sold a lot of 45s in part 1. That's all the 45s we sold in part 1. I'm about to put those in a crate. Let's go through something. Jeremy. Drawing pictures of mountaintops with him on top. Lemon yellow sun. Arms raised in a V. I know the lyrics to Jeremy. I probably could tell you every word. Just one that always stuck to me, kind of just a scary song. We have Lateralis is $59.99. So put down Charles McDonald for a Tool Undertow. Lateralis is $59.99. Have it now for this week's shipping. Yeah, I think. Let me go up here and look right quick. $59.99 Tool Lateralis. Here we go. Charles McDonald. I was going to tell you. So Charles is on a waiting list for Tool Undertow. Tool Undertow. And then here's what I have in Dream Theater. I've got Awake. I've got Images and Words and Falling into Infinity. So these are all three sold to Charles McDonald. Charles McDonald. Here's what I have Tool. Tool Lateralis is $59.99. Fear Inoculum is $76.99. So Charles, all three of those Dream Theaters are sold to you, and that's all that I have, except Metropolis. Metropolis is right over here. It's in that very first bin. What have I done with it? Dream Theater Metropolis. It should be right here. So this is also sold to Charles McDonald. Now there's 2 Dream Theater Metropolis left. There's 2 Dream Theater Metropolis left. Now I think there is one more. Was there one more? Let's see. We have Falling into Infinity, Images, Words, Rate. Yeah, that's all 4. Those all 4 sold to Charles McDonald. Motorhead has a bid for $15. Kiss does not have a bid for $7. Carnival of Souls is $36.99. Lateralis is sold to John Fernandez for $59.99. Man, that's some good stuff. Now, also, just a reminder on this, they have never officially pressed this on vinyl. This is a 2-picture disc. It's great quality, though. I've never heard anybody complain about the sound quality, even though it is a picture disc. It's amazing. Foil cover, $59.99. That's the one I have. That's the one everybody has, unless you have a bootleg. That was asked about. It's still available. Final Call Motorhead to Regina for $15. 2-picture disc sealed. And then Kiss does not have a bid. Shout It Out Loud. Now it does for $7, okay? Anybody else? And Charles, I got you down for 4 Dream Theaters, and that means the only new Dream Theater I have left in stock is 2 copies of Dream Theater Metropolis Part 2. Yes, I got to post a new pre-order. The new Dream Theater comes out. This has the Dance of Eternity on it. Dance of Eternity's on that. A lot of people hear that and they grab one. Did you get one more of the Dream Theater Awake? Dream Theater Awake. That one was up front that I forgot about. Is that the one you asked about earlier, Rob? I forgot there was one. I stepped up front to grab a Lateralis, and I forgot I have one each of these up there. Is that the one you asked about? Charles, somebody had asked about that, and I think I told Rob I didn't have one earlier. So I may have to give that one to him because I forgot I had that. Rob, I can give that one to you, and Charles can go on a waiting list with Tool Undertow. Or if you want to go on a waiting list, if they come in next week, I'll get you one then. Charles, he did ask about that earlier. I forgot I had 1 and 1 on my shelf up there. I forgot about these. But Rob asked if I had one like 3 hours ago, and I said no. I had one of these and one of these sitting up on the shelf. I had these out on my new racks up front on the show floor. And then Damon D wants Grateful Dead Terrapin Station. That's my last copy of that. That's sold to Damon D. Brian O'Donnell wants a Metropolis Part 2. This is your last opportunity to get in on some combined shipping. That is sold to Brian O'Donnell. Now I have one left. And let's go ahead and sell Motorhead to Regina for $15. Let's go ahead and sell Kiss to R.K. Tucker for $7. Those are sold. We've been through those. We've been through those. We went through those earlier. Let me move some stuff around because I think I want to go through this back left crate right quick. Here in a minute, we're about to start going through CDs and 45s. Should be very interesting. I don't want anybody to go anywhere because that could be some very, very interesting stuff. Getting Walkmans. Occasionally, I'm always on the lookout for stuff like that. One time, I bought a whole box of like new old stock about 10 years ago. Sold all those off on eBay back during the day. But yeah, most of all that stuff's gone. I'm going to go ahead and move some stuff around. Here's some more records. I may show these. I'm going to do some strategic planning here and move some stuff around so I can go through these. I think I lifted a crate off the back of the table last night and maybe pulled a muscle. So I'm going to be careful how I lift some of these now. I'm going to move some of this in here and then push this one around. Crates of vinyl isn't something to mess around with. Some of these can weigh 50, 60 pounds. You pull on them awkwardly, you'll have a pulled muscle. I think that's the second time I've done that. I think I'm Superman. So, Rob Fordham, your decision on that. But, I mean, you did ask about it, so it's yours. But just let me know, or if you want to wait, just let me know, okay? Let's go ahead and run through these very quickly. Let's go ahead and knock out a couple more singles. I do have another Poison, and I have another Kiss here, okay? And let's see what I have. I may go ahead and start. Somebody said earlier, Peter Criss. Let's see what else I have left. Kiss. Oh, they're shocked me. Okay, let's do these right here. Jaffria and Poison. Let's do those. And I have another rat. Let's do Jaffria and Poison. Poison is Talk Dirty to Me. Haven't done that one yet. There is a little bit of an old... It says cover only, which isn't true. The disc is in there, but man, it's pretty bad shape. That's like VG minus. It might just need cleaning. I don't know, but that's a pretty bad condition record. And then Jaffria, Call to the Heart. Put both of those on that. $5 start. I'd like to have one. If you were getting one then this week, I can wait. The problem is I hadn't ordered those in a while. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure. I'll go ahead and just I'll go ahead and give this one to you since you asked first, and then Charles, I'll make sure you get one, okay? And that's on a wait. So make sure this one goes to Rob. He did ask about it first earlier. And then Charles, I'll have to make sure I get another one for you. I forgot I had that one, and he did ask about it earlier. So I'll come back around to that, okay? CDs are coming up, yes. And we're about to go through some new vinyl here. And let me go through some new vinyl right now. So first thing I have is the Ramones, Rocket to Russia, the quintessential punk album, Ramones, $33.99. Iron Maiden, Live After Death, 2 LP, $44.99. Poison and Jaffria are $5 starts. Alice in Chains, Facelift, oh boy. We Die Young, Man in the Box, See a Sorrow Bleed, The Freak, It Ain't Like That, Put You Down, $38.99. Iron Maiden, Power Slave is $33.99. Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time, and Number of the Beast are both $33.99. I have one Fleetwood Mac, live from the record plant. That's a 2 LP red vinyl, $39.99 for Fleetwood Mac. The Ramones, Too Tough to Die. The Ramones is $33.99, and Iron Maiden Killers. One copy of Killers left. I do have the other new Ramones. Now, all these Ramones you've seen, all these new Ramones you've seen are part of a new series Start Your Ear Off Ride. They came out last Friday, and this is $33.99. All these Ramones have been out of print for a long time. Here's my last of the ZZ Tops before I try to grab more. ZZ's Top Tejas, $44.99. Poison has bids for 5, 6, and now 10. Jafria is the final call. We have Motorhead self-titled for $29.99. Alice in Chains Dirt is $38.99. Silverchair Frog Stomp, $46.99. Gatefold 2 LP with their hit song Tomorrow. Bob Dylan Blood on the Tracks is $29.99. We have Thin Lizzy Live and Dangerous. This is actually a record store day, but it was where I could order. As y'all know, we don't do record store day. So typically, like when I get on there, I can see all the record store day titles. I see how much they cost. I see how many's in stock, but I can't order them. This was available for order, and I was like, heck, I'm going to order a couple, and here they are. And this was leftover stock from Record Store Day. Live Thin Lizzy, $46.99. We have Merciful Fate, self-titled on bone-colored vinyl, $39.99. Five Finger Death Punch is on cobalt blue vinyl, $36.99 on Five Finger Death Punch. That has their cover of Bad Company on it. Till the Day I Die. Oasis is $44.99. We have one Rocky Horror Picture Show left on red vinyl, $26.99. We have 3 LL Cool J's. That one's always out of stock. Bigger and Deafer. Got 3 left. Tough to get OGs, especially in high grade. $33.99. And Tame Impala Inner Speaker. Paul was speaking highly of this. That's why he ordered it. $39.99. Let's go ahead and sell Poison to Shannon Mashaka for $10. Let's sell Jafria to Edwin Riviere for $5. Next singles are Rat, Way Cool Jr., and Chain Reaction. Now, I don't know if this one came with a picture sleeve, but it's in the original Atlantic sleeve. Rat is nice. $7 on Rat. And let's see, Kiss. I think there was one more that wasn't Kiss. It is White Line. Yep. White Line, Don't Give Up, and Wait. Let's put White Line up for $5 start. And I'll go ahead and do a Kiss right quick. And the Kiss is actually going to be Beth, and it should be Beth and Detroit Rock City. It is. Now, if the A side is Detroit Rock City, it is the original single, and it is. So, quick story, Detroit Rock City came out as the A side, and then Beth, of course, was the B side. Then they released it as Beth as the A side because it was almost as big, if not a bigger hit. And there's Detroit Rock City and Beth, and boy, that's a nice copy. And that's going up for a $10 start. In the original sleeve, Detroit Rock City is the A side on that one, okay? White Line 5, Rat 7, and Kiss is a $10 start. That's where we're at on those. We're going to end up selling this entire bunch. I got here, and unfortunately, Laura couldn't make it today, so we didn't have a lot of auctions. But I asked Paul, I said, what can we do for auctions? Because we don't have any. Paul brought me a bunch of box sets. He brought me a bunch of sealed stuff. And he found this entire thing here full of 45s. This entire thing was full of 45s. And I looked through them. I was like, yep, we're going to sell every one of those tonight. And look what we've done. Before we sign off tonight, we're going to have sold every single one of them. Every single one of them. That's what's sold. And I just have a few handfuls left. And they're all Kiss, and I'll start knocking those out. I think what I'm going to do is start selling them in some lots, okay? A few more lots, and all these are going to be gone. We've been doing them for $5, $7, and $10 starts. All right, before we go into anything else miscellaneous, because I was going to do that right now is typically where I've been pausing, and then I've been coming back at 11:30. So how about for this last 30 minutes, I do maybe 1 or 2 more crates of LPs, and then we're probably going to get into nothing but miscellaneous. And I think I've done all the new vinyl I want to do. There may be one more crate, and I may jump up front and fill up a crate right quick to do some stuff 50% off, okay? So let me see what's going on. I see people commenting on last night's feed. I don't know how that happens, but it happens. They're commenting on part 1. Let me go get some half-off records. Half-off stuff was very popular earlier. Let's try to get some more. I'm going to go up here and get some stuff out of the bins, half-off LPs. 1 second, please. All right, here we go. Half off LPs. Let's continue. Let's go ahead and fill up this crate we were working on. Should have CD, should have, this box I'm going through has been kind of mixed. There was some metal in it last night. Just a big batch of metal. Let me go see what's on this cart. I know that's what I wanted to find. Where is that big gray tub? We have a big gray tub full of Great metal CDs. Let me try to find those. Here's where somebody was watching last night's show. This looks like Tanner or Jake. Somebody was, they got CDs stacked up everywhere in here. Man, they were tagging a lot of CDs. Let me see here. I've got a few 45s already marked right here. I might want to show. Has this got CDs in it? Genesis, Foreigner, Genesis, Fleetwood Mac, Pornography. That's not actual pornography. That's The Cure. That's a pretty good box. Let's go through these. I'll go through these first. It's been on this metal cart forever. And let's go through some half-off LPs first, okay? I feel a lot better after getting some food in me. Here we go. First thing I have, half off, is Johnny Rivers. The price, I'm telling you, is the half-off price. $8.50 for Johnny Rivers. $8.50. Please stay late with us. It should be some cool stuff you may not even think you need, but you do need. A.P. Carter, the Carter family, $7.50 on that. We have Golden Oldies Volume 14, the Penguins, G-Clefs, the Monarchs. That's now $5. Should be some cheap discount records in here at half off. Physical, Olivia Newton-John, only $5 for Physical. Nice clean copy too. Carole King is only $7.50. And Johnny Smith. Johnny Smith, the first time I sold this, I accidentally called it Jimmy Smith. This is Johnny Smith, jazz guitar, black Verve die cut cover, $10 on that. And this is Neil Diamond, tap root manuscript, and it has the booklet that came with it, $10. All right, let's update these auctions. First thing we had was Rat, White Line, and Kiss, and here's the bids. White Line got a bid for 5, Rat 7, White Line 5, Kiss 10, Kiss 10, Kiss 10, White Line 7, Kiss 10, White Line 6, Kiss 15, Kiss 13, Kiss 11, White Line 10, Kiss 17, Kiss 16, Kiss Out, Kiss Out. Doug says Rat, $1 bump. The last bid on Rat before that was 7, so Chad's now, or that was with Chad. Doug was at 8 on Rat. Kiss 12, Kiss 20, Kiss 21, Kiss 22, Kiss 23, and Jason Waldron first on Johnny Rivers. Chad King first on Olivia Newton-John. That is sold to Chad King, Olivia Newton-John. Thank you, Chad. That's sold. Also, we have the Cal Seals. $5, that has their hit song, The Rain, The Park, and Other Things. I think that was on Forrest Gump. $5 on the Cal Seals. Amazing Rhythm Aces, Burning the Ballroom Down. That's sealed, Amazing Rhythm Aces, $10. And the Graduate soundtrack is $10. Didn't know we didn't need Laserdisc. Yeah, a lot of people didn't realize they needed Laserdisc players this week, but they did. We've sold over 400 Laserdisc and 2 Laserdisc players. I wish I had about 10 more Laserdisc players, but I don't. G. Bepco on Neil Diamond, tap root manuscript. Thank you, G. Bepco. That's sold to you. Now Rat's at 10, and that means Kiss is at 22. John Roganiski on the Cal Seals. That's Papa Bear Studio. That's sold to you. And Aces, Amazing Rhythm Aces, sold to Sandy. Thank you. Thomas Bishop on the Graduate soundtrack. Thank you. I still got one more Laserdisc player. The next person in line is Ryan Anderson. I don't know if he's watching. But they left me notes on 2 of them. It says works and works. I don't know about the third one. Maybe they tested 2 and was like, well, he only needs 2, but I actually need about 20. I think I could sell about 20 if I had them all working. George Benson in flight. George Benson's $5. I've told Paul when he goes on these buying trips, man, you got to be looking for everything, okay? We need to be looking for Laserdisc, cassettes, posters, and he already does that. He already knows that. But when we go to people's houses to buy a collection, we're like, what do you want for your couch? Do you want to sell that recliner? How much for your fish tank? What do you want for your refrigerator? You know, we can sell anything here. 20 Original Winners, Volume 1, $7.50. Lee Dorsey, Little Eva doing the Locomotion. That's a classic on there. That's $7.50, 20 Original Winners. Rock and Soul 62 from ABC Records. That is $7.50. And the Osmond Brothers, Fastest Grass Alive. $10. Thomas Bishop, I think you're 4th, actually. I think you're right after Ryan Anderson. Yeah, I've got a sticky note the other night jotted down with some names, and it's in my backpack. I can check, but I'm pretty sure you're 5th. George Jones and Tammy Wynette, or you're 4th. And the first 2 people have bought one. Michael Rudolph on Winners. That's sold to Michael Rudolph. And folks, I think it's time to sell some auctions. First is Kiss. Kiss is sold to JK for $22. That was Detroit Rock City. White Line. White Line was sold, and White Line is sold to Jason Thomas for $10. And then Doug Reeder went out. Let's go ahead and sell that to the last person of Chad King for $10. I'll do some more in just 1 second. Drink Up and Go Home, Johnny Bond. Johnny Bond is $5. Also, the best Adele Shannon Golden Hits, $7.50. The Amazing Rhythm Aces, that is sealed now for $10. And Elton Britt, Yodel Songs. Elton Britt is $5. And Big Boss Band, George Benson. George Benson's from 1990, Gold Stamp promo, $7.50. If y'all are just getting on, we're going through half-off records. Half-off records are flying out of the bins right now. Here's our next Kiss single. Let me see how many more I want to do individually before I do some lots. We've already sold a couple of those individually. Hard Luck Woman and Mr. Speed. We hadn't done a Shock Me yet, or Christine 16. Here's a good one. Shock Me and Christine McSeen. Christine 16. Shock Me is my favorite Kiss song. Ace Frehley. Looks like it's about VG Plus, clean. And that's going to go up for a $10 start. And then we got Hard Times and I Was Made for Loving You. And then we have Take Me and Calling Dr. Love. And then we have Ace. We have 2 Snowblind. So how about we do this? New York Groove. Oh, that's a nice one. New York Groove and Snowblind. Ace Frehley. So we got Shock Me or Christine 16. And then New York Groove, Snowblind. Those are 10 and 10. Ace and Kiss. And then 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do these last 5 together in one big lot, okay? Last 5 are going to be sold together. That's the last 2 individually. Michael Remsna on the Osmond Brothers. Sell that to Michael Remsna and Cyclone Doug on Johnny Bond. And I got to grab a new empty crate because I have filled up this one, especially all that new vinyl. We just almost sold out of all of our Dream Theaters. Almost sold out almost of all of our Dream Theaters. I think I have one left, one Metropolis left. And Chad has got to sit down and order a lot of new vinyl again for next week. Of course, some stuff didn't show up on Friday. Y'all got to think we had bad weather, and plus, they always schedule stuff for Monday as well. So we'll already have a lot show up on Monday, and then I've got to order a bunch more. So, man, yeah, we got to get busy. Okay, so Kiss is at 20 and Shock is at 12. So there's an Ace. If you want to bid on Ace, make sure you put Ace or AF. Wade's obviously bidding on Shock Me or Christine 16. I consider Shock Me the A side, but it's not. He has a high bid on that for 20. Neil Diamond, this is like a hits comp. Sweet Caroline, $7.50. I think it's technically self-titled. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Blood, Sweat, and Tears is $10. Also, we have America, and this is $5. $5. No, these are being sold individually. Ace and Kiss, those are the last 2 I'm selling individually. So if you need to redo that, let me know. And then those last 5 I'm going to do later. America is $5, and this one's called Hideaway. $5 on that, 10 and 10. Oh, yeah, well, I meant $10 start and $10 start. My bad. So, Melissa Bailey, America, that's sold. Sorry for the confusion. Yeah, Ace and 5 and Kiss is 5. Next is the American Breed, Bend Me, Shape Me, big hit from the 60s. $5 on that. Margaret Gerhold on AM. That was America. Margaret, you're second. Kim Carnes, Romance Dance. 5 on that. Jason Waldron on Blood, Sweat, and Tears, doing a half-off bin. Try to do this. Try to fill up another crate, and then we will go ahead and do some more. Jimmy Rogers, that one looks like an earlier one just from the jacket. $7.50. Big, thick jacket. Fred Goodwin bought it back in 1967. That is $7.50. And we have Adam Wade's Greatest Hits, $5. $5. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, American Breed, and Shock Me 10. And Jackie Reynolds on the American Breed. That sold. Leslie Holt on Kim Carnes. Yeah, there just hadn't been a bunch of big announcements, you know. All the stuff coming out for this month. But yeah, I've got a list going. But now I've really got to get down in the weeds. And then there's some stuff I'm like, should I post this or not? And every time I post something, I'm surprised on how many I sell. So yeah, this upcoming week is going to be the week of the pre-orders. I've got to get after it. But sometimes I'm just like always hesitant on when to post because I don't want the algorithm. I'm like, I'll do it at 5 or I'll do it at 2 o'clock or I'll schedule it for 1 o'clock while I'm asleep. And it kind of messes up sometimes and not anybody sees it. And I wait for a big one like Kicks Hot Wire is supposed to be out. Everybody keeps telling me Kicks Hot Wire. So I've been like trying to wait because I'm like the day I post a bunch of pre-orders, I'll need to get that one out. And it messes up the algorithm. So it's confusing. Larry Smith, you get that for $7.50. It's almost a science to post it on Facebook. We have 10 Little Bottles. Johnny Bond, $5. So the first bid on Doug is technically leading on both. He has both of those at 12. So 12 and 12, Duck Reader. And he put Shock Me. And so that means, Wade, you're out on both of those. Condition of Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond is $7.50. No condition notes. No condition notes on that. Yeah, Doug's at 12 on both 45s. Also, we have Willie the Lion Smith. That is $6.50. Willie the Lion Smith. That is $6.50. Relaxing. Wade's on Shock at 13. Will the Circle be unbroken? $20. Will the Circle be unbroken? And Greg Kinban with the Naked Eye, $7.50. And also, I've had 2 people message the page, and I've had a customer, one of our biggest customers, a new vinyl, Jerry Stone. They're releasing a David Lee Roth box set, and I'm going to definitely get that out going tomorrow. David Lee Roth box set. So I've already had 2 people reach out to me on that one. That's coming very soon. Michael Church on Neil Diamond. Michael Church got Neil Diamond. Also, Thad Jones and Mel Lewis live at the Village Vanguard. Thad Jones and Mel Lewis, that is $10. And Jones and Wynette Price, let's go back a few. This is a half-off bin. George Jones and Tammy Wynette's only $5, Sandy Villa. We have Glenn Campbell Reunion, the songs of Jimmy Webb, $5 on that. And this is a heavy one. Ahmad Jamal, wow, big discount, $20 off, 2023 Record Store Day. So Shock Me, $14.15. Doug Reader, I'm going to go ahead and say Ace Frehley for $12. No, wait a minute, that's what y'all are. No, Ace, New York Groove. New York Groove, I'm going to go ahead and sell that, right? Shock Me, Ace. Yeah, go ahead and sell that to Doug Reader for $12. Okay. Now, the only thing left is Kiss, Christine 16, and Shock Me. OG, original inner sleeve, high bids $15. No condition notes on that one. Tommy Flowers on Glenn Campbell sold. Jason Waldron on Greg Kinban. That sold to Jason Waldron. Is there a master list or site of release dates? Yeah, there is something. There's a website that compiles a bunch of them called like New Vinyl Releases or something like that. I used to go to that a lot because it's honestly, even for me, for a dealer, sometimes there's so much coming out, it's hard to keep up with. You know, any given busy Friday, there's over 700 new SKUs. That's a lot of new releases. And usually there's only like 20 maybe that I'm interested in, but those 20 are really important to our business. So it's like, I've got to make sure everybody sees them, everybody knows about them. But some weeks, there's like 800 new SKUs. And if you include the CDs and the singles and the cassettes, sometimes there's 1,000 new releases every week of SKUs. And they'll send that sometimes like in a spreadsheet. And I don't know what it is, or there's like 3 different variants. They'll do a red, a green, a blue marbled, a this, and then I don't know which one is going to be this or that. So there's a lot of deciphering to go on before I decide, all right, I'm going with this one, and I'm posting it today. Felix Salas on Thad Jones and Mel Lewis. Jetstream was second. Rick Barry in third. Shock is at 16. Wade's out, final call. Next is Donna Summer, Greatest Hits Volume 1. At first, we thought somebody wrote, she autographed it, but somebody wrote their name. Only $5 on that. Ahmad Jamal is not sealed, no, but it is near mint minus. It is very clean. That is $20. And of course, I've thought about uploading them to a website, and I know a lot of our hardcore customers would go there and do it through a website, but getting people to a website is hard to do. It's much easier to sell through a Facebook post, especially as many people we have in our group now. We almost are at 9,000. And so when I make a big pre-order and everybody likes it and everybody comments, it really bumps it up and a lot of people see it. It's really hard to get people to go to a website. Very, very tough thing to do. Donna Summer is sold to Jackie Reynolds. That's gone. We have Wes Montgomery bumping. I know the Coletco faithfuls would do it, but we get a lot of new customers because of our pre-orders. And then they come and join our live sales because they find out what we do. Wes Montgomery's at $10. Donovan, Essence to Essence. Donovan is $5. It's a gatefold. It's also a white label promo, or it's on a white label. Is it a promo? No, it's just a white label. Donovan's $5. Wes Montgomery. Also, we have Hair, Performance by the Original French Cast. That's a promo. Hair, $10. So, Shock Me is sold to Doug Reader for $16. Now, let's sell the last 5. Y'all remember all those Kiss I read off hours ago? Here's the last 5. The first one is an Ace single, Snowblind and New York Groove. And that one's clean. That's just like the one we sold for $12. And then we got Calling Dr. Love, and we have Take Me, Calling Dr. Love. And then we have I Was Made for Loving You, also on the company sleeve. That one's nice too. The B-side was Hard Times. Then we got Hard Luck Woman and Mr. Speed. Hard Luck Woman and Mr. Speed. And then the last one from the Mercury era is Lonely as the Hunter. And of course the A-side, Heaven's on Fire. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kiss singles. And as y'all know, we've been selling a lot of these individually between 5 and 25. There's 5 here. We're going to start them all for $25. 5 for $25. All 5 are being sold together. $25 start. Hattori Hanzo gets the West Montgomery. That's sold. Rick Harrington, second on West. No. He put W. Is that for West Montgomery as well? Cyclone Doug on Donovan. That is sold to Cyclone Doug. And Kiss Lot has a bid for $25. Next is James Walsh, Gypsy Band. James Walsh is $10, going through a half-off bin. Saturday night, last opportunity for combined shipping. There's James Walsh. Melanie, Phonogenic. Melanie is $5. Another copy of Melanie for $5. And another Neil Diamond, very similar to the one we sold. Just a little bit more cover wear and a sticker on the cover. This one is $6.50, but that one's on Uni. Whoever bought the last one, it was on MCA, which is the reissue. This is on Uni, which is the first label. I don't know if you want to change. This one has sticker. There's a little bit more wear to the cover, a little bit of discoloration, but that is the earlier Neil Diamond there. Mason Williams, handmade. Mason Williams is $5. We have Steve Wynn Band, La Canción del Fuego Live. That is $17.50. Regina wants the George Jones, Tammy Wynette. That's sold to Regina for $5. Next is The Mighty Caesars, an 85 UK Garage. That's now $25. Half off of 50, 25 on that. Hattori Hanzo on Neil Diamond. That is sold to Hattori Hanzo. And we have the Rhythm Hogs, $6.50. There was 2 other people ahead of me on Donovan. There was? Oh, there was. Okay, I didn't scroll up far enough. Jackie got Donna Summer. Michael Rimsda on Donovan. My bad. Thank you for being honest about that. Michael Rimsda on Donovan and Margaret Gerhold second. Okay? Margaret Gerhold second on Donovan. Hattori got West Montgomery. Rick, you're second. Cyclone Doug third. Let's make sure we change that. And now Kiss, 25, 25, 30, 35, 33, 40. Then Neil Diamond, Kiss, 42. Next is Elton John, Rock of the Westies. Elton John, $10. Martha Hoople, Rock and Roll Queen. Martha Hoople is $10. And we have Fats Domino, $12.50. Fats Domino, this is on the Imperial label. No condition notes. Earlier Fats Domino, clean, $12.50 for Mr. Fats. $12.50 on that. Kiss Lot is now at 44. All 5 of them being sold together. Gregory Isaacs and Dennis Brown, no contest, $12.50. Also, Jan and Dean Golden Hits Volume 2, $5 on that. And Paul Simon, it wouldn't be a Colectco sale without at least one copy of Paul Simon. Still crazy after all these years. Margaret Gerhold on Martha Hoople, that's sold to Margaret. Franklin Higginbotham on Elton John, that's sold. Eric Squindo on AJ. If that's Ahmad Jamal, then Eric Squindo, that's sold to you. I got to go get a bottle of water. I ate some Mexican food during the break. Y'all know how that is? Feels like I've consumed a sponge. I'm all dried out. All right. Should be back in range where y'all can hear me now, which means I'm about to recite the Declaration of Independence. Here we go. Been wanting to do this for a long time. The Declaration of Independence. In Congress, 4 July 1776. All right, Felix Salas on Isaacs. That is sold to Felix Salas. Is that Dean Martin and Jan and Dean? No. No, not the same Dean there. Not the same Dean there. Kiss Lot's 48. And actually, well, Michael, you can pass on the Donovan, but technically Cyclone wasn't second. Margaret Gerhold was over on YouTube. It was you, Margaret, and then Cyclone. So actually, Margaret would have the next dibs on that. Yeah, Dean Torrance. We had an album by them autographed the other night. Yeah, Dean Martin, Dean Torrance, 2 different people there. They were a surf and kind of like a Beach Boys type music deal. A lot of, maybe just not as profound. But this has a lot of their hits. This has Drag City and Dead Man's Curve. That's a couple big ones. Linda's on here. Volume 2 actually has some of their biggest songs. $5 on that. All right, so Michael's going to pass on the Donovan. So actually change that Donovan record now again, and this time it's sold to Margaret Gerhold. Margaret, the Donovan's going to go to you for $5, okay? That is sold to you for $5. All right, the Kiss Lots at 49. Let's go through this half-off bin one more time and give it to Margaret. All right, so Margaret Gerhold, you get the Donovan. Let's read through these one more time, then I'll go get some more, okay? And then some more. And let's go through as much half-off as we can. Here's AP and the Carter family, $7.50. Burt Jordan on Jan and Dean. That's sold to Burt Jordan. Jan and Dean is sold. We have Golden Oldies Volume 14, $5. The Kiss Lots at 49. Kiss Lots at 49. We have Carole King, Songs of Goffin and King, Pearls, $7.50. Kiss Lots at 52. Johnny Smith is $10. Johnny Smith is $10. In Flight, George Benson, $5 on In Flight, George Benson. Rock and Soul 62, $7.50. Glenn John, the best of Dale Shannon. What we'll do is I'll keep going through half off and I'll start showing CDs, okay? The 45s take a little bit longer, as y'all know. We got to look them up. I'll try to do those a little bit later and finish out that crate, but y'all know the 45s kind of, I have to pause and figure out what they are. So we can just do CDs and I'll just keep showing LPs. That way we can get CDs sold, keep showing half-off records, maybe kill two birds with one stone, as they call it. Amazing Rhythm Aces, $10 on that. Elton Britt, Yodel Songs, $5 on Elton Britt. We have Big Boss Band, George Benson, $7.50. Adam Wade's Greatest Hits, $5 on that. Kiss Lot 52, now 55. 10 Little Bottles, Johnny Bond. 10 Little Bottles is $5. Willie the Lion Smith, Relaxin', $6.50. Heavy record here. Will the Circle Be Unbroken? That's a gatefold. Should be 2 LPs with book. Yeah, 2 LPs with a book. That, or 3 LPs. It's 3 LPs, is it? Yeah, this is 3 LPs of music. $20 on that. Also, we have Hair, Performance, the original French cast. And this is a promo record, $10 Hair. Also, we have James Walsh Gypsy Band, $10 on that, $10. We have Melanie, Phonogenic, $5 on that. Another Melanie for $5. And Handmade, Mason Williams, $5. So I guess Melanie was trying to make a statement here. She didn't put her face on this one. She said this is a phonogenic, this is a music-driven record. She's not just going to put her face on there to sell it. She made it black and white, no pictures, $5. Mason Williams, the Steve Wynn Band was $17.50, and the Mighty Caesars was $25. Tim Floyd says, in NJNNN. Tim Floyd, I think your cat just walked across your keyboard lot. The Kiss Lots at 55 with Doug Reeder. Wade Lucas is out. And Jackie Reynolds wants the Gypsy Band. That's sold to Jackie Reynolds for $10. That's sold. We had the Rhythm Hogs. Hangover Mornings, the Rhythm Hogs, is $6.50. Also, Fast Domino still available, $12.50 on that. And Paul Simon, still crazy after all these years. Nobody wants Paul Simon, 50 Ways You Leave Your Lover. Have a Good Time. My Little Town, that's actually a Simon and Garfunkel song. $10 on that. Kiss Lots on the clock. Doug Reeder, those last 5 for $55. All righty, there we have it. All right, I was just reading what Brett typed there. Brett, that's why I have to drink a lot of V8s. And yeah, I've been... after these long streams, like last night, we almost did a 10-hour live stream. I was pretty dang tired. I went home and I slept like a rock. My dad was a radio broadcaster, and I didn't really understand when I used to go with him a lot to basketball games and football games, and he would broadcast a football game or 2 basketball games back to back, a men's basketball game and then the women's for high school, and he would just be exhausted after. And I'd be like, I never did understand it, but he just would say it's draining talking nonstop, and that's why some of those auctioneers have to take breaks. But I'll get amped up on V8, I'm all right. I'm amped up on V8 and I'm all right for now. I don't know, when I'm his age at 55, I don't know if I could do 9 hours or 10 hours or however. I guess he did it all, yeah. I guess he was doing it mostly in his 50s, early 60s. All right, here we go. Let's go do some more, and I'm going to find some more auctions, okay? Rush pinball machines, yep. I'm about to buy a Metallica one now. I want the new Metallica. They're expensive. I keep on seeing people posting pictures of them, playing them, having all this fun, and I'm like, I want one. How do I get one? They're very expensive, though. It hurts to drop that kind of money on something like that. I still got to figure out. I still got to figure out how to beat some of the features of my Rush pinball machine. I was playing it a few nights ago. I'm like, man, this thing is hard to play. And we've went through an entire battery charge again. All right, so here's what I'm going to start doing. We probably don't have very many auctions more tonight. We've sold through everything. We barely had enough to get by with tonight, but we've made it through it. We've sold a ton of vinyl again, 2, 4, 6. We're about to fill up our 7th crate. I want to fill up 8 full crates of vinyl, and to do that, I got to keep showing some half-off stuff. Half off, and then I'm going to start doing CDs, okay? And the way we're going to do CDs is they're all going to be $6.99. Should be some great selections here. I'm going to finish up this tub I was working on first, okay? So half off vinyl, $6.99 CDs, aka late night discounts. We're going to do all that, and we're going to do it till I think everybody's left me and fell asleep, okay? And then we'll do some 45s as well, okay? Here we go. First thing we have is Lenny Welch, Since I Fell for You. Lenny Welch is $5. We have Bobby V's Golden Grapes, $5. Everything in here is half off. The price I'm telling you is the half off price. Big Joe Turner, Every Day I Have the Blues. That's sealed, just $10. Johnny Get Angry, Joanne Sommers, $5 on Johnny Get Angry. This is Chet Atkins. That's a 2 LP compilation, $10. And Biggest Hits, D.D. Sharp. Biggest Hits is $10. D.D. Sharp. All right. Let me go ahead and figure out, make sure they hadn't put away these CDs. Here we go. There's the tub I'm looking for. And then let me take this lid off. And here we go. Let's get back to these CDs we were doing last night. And man, these have already been priced and researched. And I actually just voiding all that, and I'm just showing them in handfuls of $6.99. And after we get through these, I'm about to spend some more time working on more. And this might be one of the last nights we do them $6.99. And then I'm probably going to have them in different price categories, okay? It's a lot faster for me to do it this way when they're not ready. But I think we're going to spend some time the next day and get these sorted, so we'll have them like $4.99. Because there's some in here that probably should be less. And then there's some in here that should be 3 times as much, okay? So we're probably going to have them like sorted. $5 CDs, $7 CDs, $10 CDs, $15 plus, or $15 and then $20 plus. But right now, these are all $6.99. Let me first go ahead and pull some records out of here. The first thing we have is Big Joe Turner. That is so to Michael and Al. Thank you. Jason was second, and a Tori Hanzo first on Chet Atkins. All right, the first handful of CDs here, $6.99, first come, first serve. Bonnie Bramlett, I'm Still the Same. This is Kim Ritchie, Bittersweet. Nick Curran And the Lonelies, or the Low Lifes, excuse me, that is Reformed Squirrel Girl. Jimmy Barnes, Heat. John Hott, Rolling with the King. Dan Williams, The Beauty of the Rain. And wow, see, this is a great deal. Neil Young, 3 CD set of Decade. I'm surprised that was only marked $6.99. I figured that'd be like a $25 one. That is $6.99. Jones and Wynette. Note Sandy, we've already sold that. Regina got that earlier. Burning Bridges, Jack Scott. Burning Bridges is $10. We have Neil Sedaka sings his greatest hits. $5 for Neil Sedaka. We have Louisiana Man, Rusty and Doug Kershaw. That is $10. Claude King, Tiger Woman. Cool cover on that one, $7.50. John Conley is $7.50. And let's stop there with Brian Auger and the Trinity. Definitely like. Gatefold, Atco, $12.50 on that. Lots of people after that Neil Young CD. That is only $6.99. And all the CDs are $6.99, and that is sold to Michael Rimsna. And then we have Jersey Devil, Mary Miles, Michael Swanger, Tori Hanzo, Michael Church, Riley Harrison first on Louisiana. Louisiana, that is sold to Riley Harrison. That is sold. How much for the Rihanna? This is $39.99. Umbrella, that is $39.99. And then Neil Sedaka details. Neil Sedaka sings his greatest hits. LSP 2627. RCA Victor, no condition notes, $5 on that. More $6.99 CDs. The Unplugged Collection, Volume 1. These are all $6.99. This has Clapton, Elton John, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Mellencamp, Paul McCartney, Don Henley, The Best of John Hott, $6.99. Nancy Griffith, Other Voices, 2, A Trip Back to Bountiful, the 12-inch collection and more, Kool and the Gang, Funk Essentials, Nick Kershaw, Human Racing, Dave Kersner, New World, and Kiss Unmasked. This is a German disc. Wow. Yeah, what did Charles have this marked? $49.99. What in the world? This is why I got to look through these next time. That's a good one. All right, let's go back up top. Jason Boxel said sold on Neil Sedaka. Arnold Adams on Be Young. Be Young. Be Young. Be Young. Now it's going to take a memory of an elephant to figure out if y'all are buying CDs or CDs or albums. He might wanted Neil Young. He put Be Young. If so, you're very late on that. It's already sold. And then we have Leslie on Unplugged. That was the Unplugged collection, $6.99. Margaret second. Mary Miles on John H. John H. That's John Hott. That's sort of Mary Miles. Dan Sedina on the Kiss. Wow. That was theft. You're welcome, Dan. And then Michael, you were second on Kiss. John next on Kiss. And then Brian next on Kiss. Jim B next on Kiss. Clay next on Kiss. Derek next on Kiss. Sandy next on Neil Sedaka. Tony next on Kiss. Jason next on Kool and the Gang. Jason first on Kool and the Gang for $6.99. And that leaves, first in these CDs, that leaves Bonnie Bramlett, Kim Ritchie, Nick Curran, Jimmy Barnes, John Hott, Dar Williams, Nick Kershaw, Dave Kersner, and Nancy Griffin. These are all $6.99, okay? First thing we're going to do is go through some more here. Mike, you were second on Funk. Jason Waldron got that. And we have Nick Curran. Nick Curran, we'll sell that out to Mike as well. Had a new CD buyer on last night on YouTube. He's back on again tonight. Mike O on the Nick Curran. That's sold to you for $6.99. Thank you on that one. Joe Stump still available from last night. Joe Stump, I don't know what that is. All these are sold. They're going right back there. And Mary Miles wants both John Hott. So Mary Miles wants the other John Hott as well. All right. Selling some CDs. We've only got about 38,000 more to go through. That is sold. Let's continue here. It's a Guitar World, Chad Atkins. $5 back to this. Did you get the Paul Simon? Yes, I got Paul Simon for you. Edwin, what is Joe Stump? Olivia Newton-John, Have You Ever Been Mellow? $5 on Olivia Newton-John. The original A.P. Carter Family. Their last recording. That is $5. Bobby Gentry, Glenn Campbell. That's now $10. Janie Freaky, Love Lies is $7.50. Janie Freaky, Love Lies. And we have Fat Mattress. This is $12.50. Fat Mattress, $12.50. Welcome anybody that's new. If you're new, welcome. Here's how this works. Sometimes there's auctions, but not right now. Auctions have concluded for tonight. What we're doing right now is we're going through CDs and half-off records, as you can see. If you see a record you want, just claim it in the comments. If you see a record you want, just claim it in the comments, okay? So if you want Chet Atkins, just put CA. just put Chet, and that means you're buying it. $7 in limited shipping. This is the last sale of the week. We will be live again tomorrow. I still don't know what we're doing exactly, but if you want something, tonight's your last night. It's $7 shipping. That's if you buy 1 CD or if you buy 50 CDs. We'll ship them for $7. After you buy something, let me know if you're a first-time buyer, or I'll probably recognize your name as a first-time buyer, and then we'll get you registered. Sorry, I had to drink some water. All right, so let's go back to the top. Last thing in here is Joe Stump CD. I'll have to check. I'm not for sure. I have all the leftovers over here next to me. Papa Bear Studio was the only claim out of here. He wants Olivia Newton-John. That's sold to Papa's Bear Studio. So we still got Fat Mattress, Janie Frankie, Bobby Gentry, AP Family, and Chet Atkins. I always thought that was a cool cover. That is available. Next stack of CDs are being shown right now. All these CDs are $6.99. All right, I'm going to start right here with the Alan Parsons Project, I, Robot. If I had a mind too, I wouldn't want to be like you. We have Mr. Go On, the very best of the Who. These are all $6.99. We have Alana Miles, Alana. We have the Steve Miller Band, Bingo. Leanne Rhymes, This Woman. There is the Highwaymen, The Road Goes On Forever. This is Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson. I've never seen that. I didn't know they did another one. The Road Goes On Forever. I've only seen 1 and 2. I didn't know they did that one too. Also, we have John Hott, Dirty Jeans and Mudslide Hymns. Kathleen Edwards, Back to Me. Sean Mullins, Light You Up. Let me pause right there before we get too many, because I think some of those are probably going to sell. And we pulled Olivia and John, Chet Atkins vinyl. Christopher Dean, no condition notes on this. It is at least EX. It looks closer to EX Plus. It's nice. $5 if you want that, just let me know. Let's go ahead and start pulling some CDs. These are all $6.99. John Fernandez First on The Who. That's sold to John Fernandez for $6.99. Scott Oman on AM. That's for Alana Miles. That's sold to Scott Oman. Michael Remsna on The Highwaymen. That is sold. They need to put that on vinyl. Man, that would sell really well. I've never seen that before. Didn't know they did a third one. Did they do any more than that one? That's sold to Michael Remsen. Mark Gerhold was second. Leanne Arnold Adams on Leanne, and that was for the Leanne Rhymes. That's sold to Arnold Adams. Tony, you were third on the Highwaymen, and Felix Solis on Road, which was The Road Goes On Forever, right? And that was the Highwayman. So you're fourth on that. Christopher Dean got Chet Atkins out of this crate. That's sold. And here's what's left in that batch. Alan Parsons, Mr. Steve Miller Band, John Hott, Kathleen Edwards, and Sean Mullins. Those are all still available. Those are all sold. Let's go through some more half-off LPs. Classic film scores for Betty Davis. That's a compilation of scores of films she was in. Betty Davis, $10. We have 20 golden pieces. That is sealed, $7.50. 20 golden pieces. Michael Murphy, Flowing Free River. Michael Murphy is $5. The Osmond Brothers, Country Roads. The Osmond Brothers is $10,000. And we have If I'm Lucky, Zoot Sims meets Jimmy Rolls. Zoot Sims meets Jimmy Rolls, $10 on that. Mike Oppenshaw on Steve Miller. Mike, are you a first-time buyer? That's probably where all these new-time buyers have come from. Teresa, somebody asked what was happening, and now we have Mike, are you a first-time buyer? I don't think I've said your name before. And this is Steve Miller Band Bingo. Steve Miller Band Bingo. This is sold to Mike Oppenshaw. Mike, if you're a first-time buyer, just say yes, first-time buyer. We have Betty Davis. Let's go ahead and pull that for Felix Solis and SMB Not Mullins. SMB Not Mullins. Michael put Steve Miller Not Mullins. SMB Not Mullins. Steve Miller. John Mullins. Mike. Oh. Well, that's also SM for Steve Miller. Did he, switch, okay, so that's you. Oh, okay. That's you. You're Mike Oppenshaw. Okay, so I didn't even know your name. Micah, okay, so Sean Mullins, gotcha. Not Steve Miller, so you are Micah. Okay, Micah gets Sean Mullins, gotcha. All right, let's go. Let's continue here, and we got Zoot Sims. Zoot Sims should be on Pablo. Yeah, it's on Pablo. $10 on that. Okay, there we have it. So anybody new, welcome. Anybody new that's watching, welcome. We're going to be bouncing back and forth there. And then what I usually do is minis we're probably going to go through tonight since we're starting a lot earlier. then yes. And Robert W. asked earlier, was it be 45s? Yes, but we'll have to do those much later when things really slow down because it really slows down the show. I know we sell a lot of them, but it takes a lot more time to do those, as you well know. Not Mullins. Oh, my bad. I misread that. Steve Miller Band's not. So I was right the first time. Okay. SM, Steve Miller Band, not Mullins. Switch to Facebook, not Mullins. Oh, okay. So you do want Steve Miller Band. I hope I'm correct with that, okay? I'll change that. Now Sean Mullins is available. Sorry. Okay. Here's some more. We have Kerry Livgren and the Core D Pneumonia. When Things Get Electric. Kerry Livgren from Kansas. Little Feat, Ain't Had Enough Fun. Little Feat. Odyssey Into the Mind's Eye, the original soundtrack. Kerry Livgren again. Another best of Kerry Livgren. Kerry Livgren Prime Mover. Kerry Livgren Several More Musics. And Signal Hill Revival Chris Latozzi. There's that. Jared Inc. said sold, and that was on the Zoot Sims. That's sold to Jared Inc. Next is, I'm super late tonight, but I recapped the part 1. Could I grab the 2 B.B. King albums live from the Earth Crate for $30? I think it was a Black Crate buy it now best offer. The 2 B.B. King live albums for Earth Crate buy it now best offer, $30. Yeah, let me make sure they hadn't sold, though. And then, Mike, you're first on the Kerry Livgren, and Margaret first on Little Feat. So we can go ahead for sure and tag Little Feat to Margaret, and then Mike, there's several Kerry Livgrens. There's When Things Get Electric, the Mind's Eye soundtrack, the very best of, Prime Mover, and several more musics. Those are all $6.99 each, okay? Let's do some more half-off LPs. Janie Freaky, Somebody Else's Fire. Janie Freaky is $7.50. Jimmy Rogers, Honeycomb. Jimmy Rogers is $5. The Ventures Play Telstar. The Ventures Play Telstar is $5. The Osmond Brothers, Up to Date, Down to Earth. The Osmond Brothers is $10. And Barefoot Jerry is half off of $39.99. That's now $20 on Barefoot Jerry. Capital, Orange Label, Barefoot Jerry is $20. $20 on that. And More Favorites by the Carter Family, $7.50. So Kerry Livgren, Mike, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. The only thing left from that little handful was Signal Hill Revival, Chris Lizzotti. And that's available. All these are sold. Now, let me figure out on the B.B. King, Larry Drish, it was a buy it now best offer, Black Crate B.B. King. Oh, boy. Let me see if I can find that. Where's the stuff I've been through tonight? Buy now best offer. So was that? That was on the buy it now best offer blue stuff. Okay. I've condensed those into this crate, and I'm going to have to do some hunting. I may not be able to do that right now. Let me see if I can find them quickly. Boy, I thought about every B.B. King album sold, but I could be wrong. Let me take a quick look through this one. There's still some great stuff. I'm going to do some compilation bins. Let me look through this one. And this is, this crate and a half is all that's left over. So actually, if it's not in this, then it's probably gone. But I'll look now. And then, so if it's the buy it now best offer, it was definitely the blue stuff from tonight. And I'm thinking just about every B.B. King record sold, but I could be wrong. I flipped through the first 1.5 and I don't see them. And of course, those could have been sold when we went back through them. I don't know if you watched like the end of the crates or the beginning of the crates, because sometimes I'll go through them, then I'll go through them again, and they'll sell. But those first there, I didn't see any BB. To my knowledge, there wasn't much BB King left over. All right, let me show this next handful of CDs. These are all $6.99. Next thing here, but I'm going to screenshot your comment and then try my best to find those at some point. If I don't do it tonight, I will. I watched every end of crate. Okay, I'll have to go back through and find them then. All right, Cheap Trick, Music for Hangovers. Cheap Trick, Music for Hangovers. That's $6.99. Looks like it's a UK import. Alan Parsons, Eye in the Sky. The best of the Alan Parsons Project. Alan Parsons, Gaudy. Kenny Rogers, that looks like one of those earlier ones there. Kenny Rogers. Johnny Cash is Coming to Town. Boom Chicka Boom, Johnny Cash. Tiny Town. Some kind of strange thing there. Tiny Town. Ramsey Lewis, Complete Recordings. Wow. 57 to 60, a double pack. 20, 40, 57, 69 songs. And then Sean Mullins, Eggshells. George Harrison, Let It Roll. George Harrison. David Gray, Foundling. Wilson Phillips, California. And then BBM. That's BBM, Around the Next Dream. That is Jack Bruce. Bruce, where isn't there names on here? It's a super group. Gary Moore, Jack Bruce, and Ginger Baker. Yeah, Baker, Bruce, and Moore. $6.99. I used to have that on vinyl. It was a music on vinyl press. Okay, Cyclone Doug. Oh, there's the Little Feat too. That one sold after the Kerry Livgren. Cheap Trick is sold to Cyclone Doug. Stuck 73 wants Eye on the Sky. RK, you're next on Allen. The only one left is Gowdy and Best Of. Let me know on that. Sherry next on I. James Vasquez on George Harrison, Let It Roll. And this is $6.99. So, yeah, some of these early CDs, I think, or I don't really know if they have that, they tend to be more pricey. We had some expensive ones the other night. So there's Kenny Rogers. We still got Johnny Cash, Tiny Town, the Ramsey Lewis complete recordings from 57 to 60. That is sold to Mark Rendon. Arcade next on the next two, Alan Parsons. He gets Best Of and Gowdy. And then Leslie on DG. David Gray, that's sold to Leslie. And that leaves BBM, Baker, Bruce, and Moore. And then Wilson Phillips, Sean Mullins, Tiny Town, Johnny Cash, and Kenny Rogers. Those are all available, okay? These are all sold. Let's go through some more half-off LPs. Next in here was Anita Carter, sings folk songs old and new. Anita Carter is $17.50. That's on Bear Family. $17.50 on Anita Carter. Olivia Newton-John, Don't Stop Believing. That's only $5. So the LPs are half-off sticker, and then we're doing $6.99 CDs. Olivia Newton-John. Next was Gene Autry, Back in the Saddle Again. Gene Autry's $5. Also, Kim Carnes, Voyeur. Kim Carnes is $5. And we have History of Monument Records, a promo only, a spoken word history of Monument Records, $10. Nick Bargeron on JC, and then Zachary put JC RL. So RL was Johnny Cash. That was for the Johnny Cash CD, right? JC, Nick Bargeron, Johnny Cash. And then Zachary, you put JC RL. Let me know RL what that was. Nick's going to get the Johnny Cash CD. And then next is Hattori Hanzo on 1. And I bet he got autocorrected to O and J. He did. That's sold to Hattori. Zachary Pavlicki on Gene Autry. That's sold. Leslie on Kim Carnes. That's sold. And then Chad, you were second on Olivia Newton-John. Okay. Let me go grab some more CDs then. Told y'all this tub was good. We're about halfway through the top layer. And, of course, we started on it. We started on it last night, so halfway through the top layer. Let's keep going then. Let's see what we can find, okay? Let's see what we got here. $6.99 CDs. We have Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, VH1 Storytellers, Kenny Chesney, Just Who I Am, Poets and Pirates. He pretty much has nothing available on vinyl. Kenny Chesney's Greatest Hits 2. Leo Sayer Live, Forever Gold. That looks like it's still sealed. Leo Sayer, Cheap Trick, Rock Ford, Cheap Trick, Queen, Greatest Hits, Queen, Classic Queen, Insane Clown Posse. I'm going to show these all together. Give me 1 second on Insane Clown Posse because I got more over here from last night. We sold one really late, but I'm going to show some more here and try to sell them all together. I meant to show them earlier, but I'll show them all right now. So this is a sampler from Insane Clown Posse, and actually I'm going to do these for just $5.99, just $5 on Insane Clown Posse, and it's a sampler, and they're sealed from Bang Pow Boom. We sold one last night. I got 2 for $6 left for $5 a piece if anybody wants one. They're sealed. It's like a promo sampler from Insane Clown Posse. Let me pause there because I think about all these sold. The last thing, Ramsey Lewis. Okay, somebody just beat you to that. Ramsey Lewis was claimed by Mark Rendon. I got you, though. We figured that out. And then Sherry Darnell on KC. That was for Kenny Chesney. Sherry, you're first. Let me know if you want Just Who I Am or Greatest Hits 2 or both. You got first dibs. Zachary on Johnny Cash. We'll go ahead and put that for sure and sold. Zachary got Johnny Cash. Felix second. Nick Bargeron next on Kenny Chesney. Tony Allen McDaniel on JCW. Johnny Cash Willie, that means you were third on that one. Roads to Madness gets both queens, Classic Queen and Queen Greatest Hits. Nick Bergeron next on Queen, and then Insane Clown Posses. Make sure these go in for $4.99. Nick Bergeron gets one for $4.99. Scott Oman gets one for $4.99, and Sherry Darnell wants both Kenny Chesneys. Those are sold and sold, okay? That's gone and gone. And I have quite the stack of sold CDs over here. Let me get a table cleared to start putting these. And let me do that right now. Let's move these right here. Okay. There we have it. Okay. I need to put these COAs somewhere very important. This is I'm holding like $20,000 worth of certificates here. Let me put them right over here in this storage room on this top shelf out of the way before something spills on them or something bad happens. Probably more than that with that Stevie Nicks in there. Okay, so nobody on Cheap Trick and nobody on Lil Sayer. All right, here's what's, let's continue with some more half-off records. And I still got 3 Insane Clown Posses. We have Solid Gold Programming. The Monkees is on here. The Mindbenders, Carole King. That's a promo. It's a Capital promo sampler, $10 on that. Going through some half-off LPs. Atlantic Winter Sales Meeting, 1970. This is now just $12.50. Dusty Springfield, MC5, Southern Fried. That's $12.50. Going through some half-off LPs. The Members Only, the Happy Together Tour, 1985. This is the Turtles and the Grassroots and the Buckinghams. That's now $7.50. Also, Rock and Dopesy and the Twisters. $10 for Rock and Dopesy and the Twisters. Rockabilly Sleepy LaBeef. That's on yellow vinyl, Rockabilly, Sleepy LaBeef, 1977. That is $10 on Sun Records. Also, we have Billy Stewart one more time. Billy Stewart is $18.50. And Dogwood is a 76 gospel album. Dogwood is $5. Also, we have Black Stock and Rock, the Bobcats, an 83 UK Rockabilly, $12.50 on that. All right, next little handful of CDs was Phil Keaggy, Beyond the Casey and the Sunshine Band, Yummy, $6.99. Loggins Messina, Full Sail. Loggins Messina, Sitting In. Kenny Loggins, Not Watch. Kenny Loggins, Celebrate Me Home. And Guitar Heaven, the greatest guitar classics of all time, Santana. This one has Chris Cornell. Yeah, Whole Lot of Love featuring Chris Cornell on that, $6.99. The Cheap Trick is called Rock Ford. Cheap Trick, welcome to Rock Ford. Nice packaging, $6.99 on that. First is the Leslie Holt on the Sleepy LaBeef LP. That's sold to Leslie for $10. John Roganiski on the Solid Gold Programming, or the, Solid Gold Program. That's sold to John R. James Vasquez on the Santana CD. That's sold to James for $6.99. All right, let me go ahead and do another handful of CDs. Let me grab... Okay, those are stacked that way. That's good. We'll go ahead and grab these then. Ooh, I see some good titles coming up in a minute. Okay, here we go. So that little stack of CDs left the following. Phil Keaggy, KC, Loggins, and still got Cheap Trick. Next is Queen, Innuendo. Queen, Innuendo. Tony McDaniel does want the Cheap Trick. Sell that to Tony McDaniel. We have Palladian Ensemble, Held by the Ears. A box set here, Charlie Peacock, volumes 1, 2, 3, with 32-page book. Charlie Peacock, $6.99. The Rainmakers is $6.99. Punch Brothers, Punch. Willie Nelson, 6 hours at Perdinales, with special guest Curtis Potter. Prince, Come. Quango, Live in the Hood. We have the best of 84, 94, Lay Valley Rocks. Madonna, I'm Breathless, music from Dick Tracy. And Sarah Vaughan, Brazilian Romance. Those are all $6.99. Regina was next on Cheap Trick. Roads to Madness first on Queen. Innuendo, that's sold to Roads to Madness. Margaret was second. That stack leaves the Palladian Ensemble, Charlie Peacock, the Rainmakers, the Punch Brothers, Willie Nelson, Prince, Quango, the Lee, L-E-H-I-G-H, Valley Boys, Madonna, and Sarah Vaughan. Leslie on Madonna. That's always a tough one to get on vinyl. I think it was released just through the club, record club, That's $6.99. Or it's one of those, most of them are club copies, and there were very few sold in stores. More half-off LPs. Blue Monday, Do Your Duty. 1979 blue vinyl, that's sealed. $20 on that. Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come. Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come Journey. $17.50 on Arthur Brown's Kingdom Come. Barry Melton, We Are Like the Ocean. $7.50 on Barry Melton. No Money Down, Blue Money Band. That's a 1977 pressing, sealed. $17.50 on No Money Down. Raymond Lewis Kennedy, 1970 pressing, $5 on that. We have Andy Zerling, Spiders in the Night, a 71 folk rock, sealed. Kenny Wayne produced. That's now $20, and we have The Fools, Out of Order, $7.50 on that. So we have Michael Ramsden wants the Charlie Peacock box. That's sold to Michael Ramsden for $6.99, and Robert Warner on Barry Melton. Robert Warner on Barry Melton, and that was in the bin. Yep, Robert Warner gets that for $7.50. Okay, so that last stack of CDs has the Rainmakers, the Punch, Willie Nelson Prince, Quango, Lay Valley, Sarah Vaughan, and the Played Ensemble. Let me get some of these restacked over here in the no sale pile, and let's start grabbing some more, and then I'm going to just read the titles that's left. Still got another Alan Parsons project, I, Robot, probably his most commercially successful one, and then there's all those, okay? So let's go back. I'll pull some more stuff out there. Sold Auger, Goth Rock album, Sold Fat Mattress. Okay, so J.J. Wilson sold on J.J. Wilson sold on Fat Mattress. J.J. Wilson sold on Brian Auger, and J.J. Wilson sold on the Goth Rock album. Now, the question is which one was the Goth Rock album? Let's see here. Folk rock. Which one was that? Blue vinyl, rockabilly, gospel, Atlantic Sales, not Anita Kerr. Wasn't definitely Barefoot Jerry, the Osmond Brothers. I'm not for sure which one that was. Is that still in this bin, JJ? Margaret Gerhold wants the Prince CD. I think that's right over here. Margaret Gerhold on Prince Come. That's so to Margaret Gerhold. Okay? JJ, I've got those other two pulled for you. Let me grab another handful of CDs right quick. Let me clear up this top layer. Oh. And after this, we're officially halfway through this tub. Wow. Okay, let's show some more $6.99 CDs. We have Aerosmith, Get a Grip. No artwork with this one. Celine Dion, Unison. Phil Keaggy and the Sunday's Child. Dave Van Ronk, Humming to Myself. Beth Orton, Central Reservation. Master of Disaster, John Haidt. John Haidt, Mystic Pinball. Zoe Sia, The Bottle Rockets. Music by Mark Knopfler from the film Cow. Mark Knopfler, Golden Heart. Oasis, Kataro. This Embrace, Kataro. Ramsey Lewis, Sun Goddess. Little Texas, Big Time. The Les McCann Anthology. Robin Trower, The Playful Heart. And the Black Crowes, Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. Goth Rock album. All right, so we have, let me read through these again. If anybody wants a price, this is all half off discount records. Lenny Welch, Bobby V, Joanne Summers, Dee Dee Sharp, Jack Scott, Claude King, John Conley, A.P. Carter Family. We have Bobby Gentry, Glenn Campbell, Janie Freaky, Michael Murphy, Gene Autry still available. So is the Osmond Brothers, Janie Freaky, Jimmy Rogers, The Ventures, the Osbournes, Barefoot Jerry, the Carter Family, Anita Kerr, the Monument Spoken Word, Atlantic Sales Meeting, Happy Together, Rockin' Dopesy, Billy Stewart, Dogwood, Black Stocking Rock, the Bobcats. Now that is Rockabilly, Blue Monday, Arthur Brown, Andy Zerling, Raymond Lewis Kennedy, No Money Down, and The Fools. To my knowledge, there's nothing in there under the genre of goth rock. Now, you may have thought something was goth rock, or maybe I said it, but there's nothing, to my knowledge, left in there that's that, unless you see something and I missed it. Leslie Holt got Aerosmith for $6.99. Tony McDaniel was second. Next is Hattori Hanzo on Beth. Hattori Hanzo on Beth. And that's Beth Orton. That's sold to Hattori Hanzo. Next is Margaret Gerhold on BC. That's Black Crowes. Tony was second. Cyclone Doug got Robin Trower. Hattori Hanzo wants both. MK. Martin Knopfler. That's sold to Hattori Hanzo and Hattori Hanzo. And then is Dogwood Goth. Let's go back here. I don't think so. I'll check on that one. Dogwood. No, this was Gospel. Dogwood Love Note. That is probably the opposite. That's a gospel album. $5 on that. So these are all sold. Anybody else on that last handful? This is Kataro. No, we had Katrana, This Embrace, and then Kataro. Ramsey Lewis, Little Texas. Les McCann Anthology. Nice packaging on that one. That one was marked 1999. Celine Dion, Phil Keaggy, Dave Van Rock, John Hott, and the Bottle Rockets. Okay? Those are all available. Anybody else want anything in here? Maybe you heard the price on. Okay? We're going to do 45s a little bit later. I think I'm going to go through one more crate of half off. Unfortunately, when I start showing 45s, like I said, it'll sort of slow down the show. Don't mind doing them, but we'll have to do them just a little bit later, okay? Give me 1 second over here before I do anything else. Don't go anywhere or you're going to miss something. Give me 1 second here. All right. And let me do this over here. Okay. Sorry, I had to take care of something over here. Here we go. So let's try to find one more LP bin to go through for I officially, for the last sell of the night, officially transition out of vinyl. Let's go through one more, probably a discount bin of some sort, and I'll keep showing 45s like I was. So anybody else? I guess about everything out of there sold. I figured usually these Ventures albums sell. Usually they'll sell. There was 2 people on that other Gene Autry. There's one still in there. Those comps, and then there is some pretty deep cut stuff. Usually Arthur Brown stuff. You know, he was known for that song, I Am the God of Fire, and I Give You Fire. Carl Palmer played for his original band. Dee Dee Sharp, Bobby V, some 60s stuff in there. And Sherry Darnell wants the Little Texas CD. Let's pull that for Sherry Darnell, Little Texas, before it gets buried too deep. Little Texas, and that is sold. All right. So, yeah. You still have Oasis, Morning Glory. Clay Moore on Bobcats. Was that a CD? Bobcats? Bottle Rockets? No, Ringo, that was supposed to be delivered Friday, and it didn't get delivered. Supposed to be delivered Friday, and it didn't get delivered. Was Bobcats in here? The Bobcats, yeah, that's sold to Clay Moore for $12.50. And I still have one copy of Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory. Yes. Yes, I do. How about we go through a crate? I know what we had. We had some killer stuff tonight to start the show. How about we go through some of that? Buy it now, best offer. I mean, the first record's Black Sabbath, so they didn't sell. So let's go through some of that. Buy it now, best offer. New stuff from tonight. Brandon Lack wants Oasis. Now the question begins, where are you? What's their names? Gallagher Brothers. Where are you, Gallagher Brothers? They're somewhere in here. If not, they're in this crate behind me. Neil. Champagne Supernova. Over here. I know I have one because there it is. All right, that's sold to Brandon Lack. I got to get their other stuff. Have they started that tour yet? They're about to go on that big tour. But Tracy, Ringo was supposed to be delivered Friday. Of course, it didn't get to because of the weather. There's great new arrivals in here, check condition stuff. Buy it now, best offer, okay? Buy it now, best offer. Let's go ahead and show a few of these. Black Sabbath is VG condition, $24.99. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, VG condition, $24.99. That's VG condition, $24.99. Mitch Ryder, Look Ma, No Wheels, EX condition, $12.99. Michael Delpich, that was VG Plus, $9.99. This was a pricey record. VG Plus, $99.99. Sounds Forever, and that was Joe Johnson. VG Plus, $99.99. James Taylor, JT, VG plus $9.99, and 4 tops, Keeper of the Castle, EX $12.99. These are all buy it now or best offer. Let me grab a new hand of compact discs to show out of here, okay? And these are all going to be $6.99. We're going to finish up this tub, and then probably by the time we get finished with this tub, we'll probably have time to start showing some of those 45s, okay? So don't go anywhere. I promise I will go to them. I'm not going to go super late tonight, so probably as soon as I finish this tub of CDs, we'll be done with some vinyl CDs, and then we'll do 45s, okay? Kerry Livgren, right off the bat. Collector's Sedition, Director's Cut. Kenny Loggins, Keep the Fire. Kenny Loggins, The Unimaginable Life. Kenny Loggins, December. Albert King, Born Under a Bad Side. Boy, that's a good one. Shaka Khan, Funk This. This is Kitty, Daisy, and Lewis. Kitty, Daisy, and Lewis. Clank, Still Suffering. Kerry Livgren, one of several possible musics. King of the Blues, B.B. King. We have May, The Everglow. Kid Rock, Rock and Roll Jesus. Kid Rock, and that one's self-titled. That is all $6.99. Everything in there is all $6.99. $6.99 on that. All right, so let's go back over here. First thing is JK on Black Sabbath. That is sold to JK for $20. That's sold. Jason Waldron, you're second. Next is KL, and KL was Kerry Livgren. I have a feeling, yep. And Mike, I'm assuming you'll want both, as usual. There was another one in there, wasn't it? No, there was only one. No, there was two. There was 2 Kerry Livgrens from Kansas. Let's put those in pending. I hadn't got to the bottom of the feed yet. Oh, there it is. It automatically took me to the bottom. So those are both sold to Mike. $6.99, $6.99. Next comment was Larry Drish, and that's on Albert King. We can give those to Larry Drish, Albert King. That's sold. And then Tony McDaniel on AJ. AJ. And he might have got auto-corrected for Albert King, yeah. And then Thomas Clark put Lano, but I think he was trying to go for Clank. So that's told to Thomas Clark, Clank. And then first on Kid Rock was Chris Frazier. And Kid Rock and Chris Frazier, do you want self-titled or Rock and Roll Jesus? All right, so those are pending. I'm going to make sure Thomas did want Clank. And, well, I know he did. And then Scott, let me know on Kid Rock. And then next on Kid Rock was Scott and then Tony. So far, that's what's left in here. Kenny Loggins, Kenny Loggins, Kenny Loggins. Shaka Khan, Kitty Daisy, B.B. King, and May, The Everglow. Okay, and Chris Frazier takes both Kid Rock. That's what's left in those. So we sold that Black Sabbath record, right? Yep, let's do some more buy it now best offer. Harry Nilsson, Shauna Smilson, VG plus $14.99. The best of Sam and Dave is VG condition $19.99. The best of Sam and Dave. Also, Johnny Cash, The Holy Land. Johnny Cash, The Holy Land is VG plus $14.99. Johnny Cash, that's on the 70s label. VG plus $14.99. The best of Jimmy Reed. VG condition $12.99, and Red Rider Breaking Curfew. Red Rider is VG plus $14.99. These are all buy it now best offer. Chuck Jackson Tribute to Rhythm and Blues. Chuck Jackson was VG plus $9.99, and James Brown Live at the Apollo Volume 2. Surprised that's still there. VG $24.99 on James Brown Live at the Apollo Volume 2. Let's grab another handful of CDs then. All right, we're on the second layer of this tub. That was the first handful. Let me grab this handful right here. These are $6.99. $6.99. We have the following: the Mamas and Papas 16 Greatest Hits, Maha Vishnu Orchestra, Visions of Emerald Beyond, Fresh Air Interludes, also Heartbreak Kill, Albert Lee, John Lennon, Mind Games, John Lennon, Walls and Bridges, John Lennon, Milk and Honey, John Lennon, Peace, Love, and Truth, and John Lennon live in New York City. Wow, a bunch of John Lennons. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second. Okay, sorry. I was sending a text message. It's better just to pause and let me focus rather than try to kill with dead air this time of night. Any DVDs left? Yes, the ones we've already gone through, just the ones we've gone through. First is Mamas and Papas. That is so to Jersey Devil. Rico Lorenzini on Fresh. Rico Lorenzini on Fresh. What was Fresh? It wasn't Mamas and Papas. It wasn't Mahavishnu. It was Fresh Air. Yeah, it's Fresh Air. That's so to Rico Lorenzini. And then Robert wants John Lennon Milk and Honey for $6.99. And that leaves John Lennon Live in New York City, John Lennon Peace, Love, and Truth, John Lennon Walls and Bridges, John Lennon Mind Games, Albert Lee, and Mahavishnu Orchestra. Tony offered 20 for James Brown. That's so to Tony McDaniel. Thank you. Those are sold. Let's go through some more LPs. Buy it now, best offer. We have The Back Beats, All the Fun in the World, VG Plus $19.99. Tom Verlaine, Words from the Front, VG $12.99. We have Mondo Rock, $9.99. We have Jerry Jeff, A Man Must Carry On, $29.99. Christopher Dean on Cash. Christopher, you wanted the Johnny Cash out of the bin, is that right? VG Plus $14.99. We have Mott the Hoople, Brain Capers, $19.99. No condition notes on these now. Time Bandits tracks. Time Bandits is $19.99. Also, Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, Warm, $19.99. And John Fogerty, 12-inch single promo, I Can't Help Myself, $9.99. $9.99. Okay. John Lennon Peace, Sherry Darnell. Let's tag that for Sherry Darnell. Never seen that before. Peace, Love, and Truth. The Musical Life. Huh. That's so for $6.99 to Sherry Darnell. All right. I'm going to put those right back there. Here's some more CDs coming your way. Maceo Parker, School's In. Nellie McKay, Get Away From Me. Michael McDonald, Soul Speak. Ray Parker Jr., I Love You Like You Are. Albert King and Stevie Ray Vaughan. Two originals, Rob McDonald. The Best of Huey Lewis and the News. Charlie Peacock, Love Life. Robbie Robinson from the Underworld of Red Boy. Ben Harper and Relentless. Also, we have Arvo Pärt, T. Dion, and Ray Parker Jr., I'm Free. Those are all $6.99. All right, so John Lennon, Margaret. Let's go ahead and do that one first. So let me do it in order, though. So Christopher Dean did want Johnny Cash. Christopher Dean did get Johnny Cash. Larry Drish on Albert King, and that's first with the CDs. So Larry Drish on the Albert King, Stevie Ray Vaughan. That's sold for $6.99. Rico was second. Tony was third. Then Margaret got John Lennon Mind Games. Hattori next on Albert King. And Mary Miles on RR. And RR for Mary Miles was the Robbie Robinson. That is sold. And Mark Rendon on the Avo Part. This right here, that's sold to Mark Rendon. So that stack of CDs left the following. Maceo Parker, Nellie McKay, Michael McDonald, Ray Parker Jr., Rob McDonald, The Best of Huey Lewis and News, Charlie Peacock, Ben Harper, and Ray Parker Jr. Next, we have Fiat and Limo. That is $19.99. These are all buy it now best offer. Dan Seals, San Antone. Dan Seals is $9.99. The Motors is $19.99. Also, the Glenn Campbell album, $9.99. Buy it now best offer on these. Gary Mulligan, the Concert Jazz Band, $19.99. We have Country Hits. Country Hits, $9.99, the home of country music. Charlie Rich, She Called Me Baby. Let me pause right there. If you saw something you want a price on, just let me know. I'm going to go grab another handful of CDs. These are all $6.99. And trying to finish out this tub here. And then we're going to do 45s and more CDs. So we're about to wrap up with vinyl. Going to wrap up with vinyl, and then we'll do 45s and CDs. Right now, we're doing the last bit of vinyl and CDs, and then we're about to do 45s, which is vinyl. Some are styrene. All right. Here we have Michael Remza on Maceo Parker CD. That was from that last handful. Michael Remza, that's so to you. Thank you, Maceo Parker. That's gone. Let's show this handful right here of CDs. Mancini's Greatest, as in the Pink Panther. Mancini's Greatest, we have Shaka Khan, CK, Keb Mo, keep it simple. Keb Mo, keep it simple. Keb Mo, just like you. We have Phil Keaggy, lots of Madrid. Phil Keaggy, Wes King, and Scott Dente, Invention. Cool and the Gang, still cool. Cool and the Gang forever. Cool and the Gang, cool for the holidays. Oh, wow. Walking into Clarksdale, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant. That's nice. Hanky Panky, the. Robert Cray, and American Music Club. $6.99. Brand new vinyl delivered today. Nope, there's UPS don't deliver on Saturdays, and we didn't get any yesterday. That means there should be a bunch every day next week, unless there's another snowstorm. We should have a bunch on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. As much as I'm about to order and restock, because, man, we've sold out of all of the Metallicas again. We've sold out of all the Smiths again. We've sold out of most of the Led Zeppelins again. So I've got to just do back order, and then I've got to go through and order all the bootlegs and the waiting list and all that. There's a lot to go through. All right, let's go back to the top. We sold Maceo Parker, and then Loggins and Messina self-titled. I should still have that. Loggins and Messina self-titled. Let me find that over here. Celebrate Me Home. Loggins and Messina self-titled. Is it self-titled? Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. Let's see here. Full sale. Well, I don't know if it's actually self-titled. Is it self-titled? It's not Kenny Loggins. It's not Kenny Loggins. It's not. Is it this one sitting in? Is that the one you want, maybe? I'll show it. Let me know if this is the one. You were the next comment here. Is that the one? Mike O. And then that's pending. I'll put that right here. And then next is Larry Drish on Page. That was Jimmy Page walking into Clarksdale. Yeah, this is not in print on vinyl, and you can't stream it. But it's about one of the few, well, unless you buy an OG LP, one of the few ways you can own this on a music medium. This right here. That is so Larry Drish. Tony was second. Margaret third. And then Rico on the. Rico on the. Rico on the, where is that? It's right here on the bottom, the. Okay, so first we have, this is so to Larry, Drish, Tony, Margaret, Rico got the, and then not it. Okay, let me keep looking there. So there is a self-titled one then, okay? Let me look through this stack then. I don't think it's back here though. There's login things. Okay. Not in that one. Let me look in the next stack then. There's almost more sold than unsold tonight. That's pretty remarkable. There's one called Full Sale. Unless we... Okay, here we go. No, wait a minute. What are these over here? These are... Waymakers. Kenny Loggins. Did somebody buy that one earlier? I don't think anybody's bought any Loggins in Messina. There's Full Sale. There's this one. I guess this isn't it either. It's called Full Sale. So far, I don't see it. So either someone bought it or I'm just having trouble finding it. I don't think someone bought it, though. I don't remember selling Loggins of Messina. Okay. So here's what's left in this pile. I'll keep looking, Mike. The Robert Cray Band, American Music Club, Mancini's Greatest Hits, Shaka Khan, Keb Mo, Phil Keaggy, Cool in the Gang. Let's finish up this crate of vinyl, and then we'll get into probably the 45s and then CDs. We have The Voice and Band of Bob Wheels, $9.99. Barry Drake, Happy Landing, $14.99 for Barry Drake, Happy Landing. S. David Cohen, $34.99. Leona Boyd, Persona, $9.99. Cowboy Songs for Little Buckaroos, $14.99. Claude King's Greatest Hits, $9.99. The Best of Bloopers, $9.99. Moody Blue Surlaumer, $14.99 for Moody Blue Surlaumer. Buzzy Lionheart, Pussycats Can Go Far, $14.99. Bob Seger Against the Wind, $24.99. And a tougher to get Jimmy Buffett here, Hot Water from 1988, $39.99. $39.99. All right, I'm going to move this incredibly tall and almost dangerously big stack of sold CDs over here. CD Mania continues on Collectco Late Night. Let's bring this basket of 45s a little bit closer. And let's get this show on the road, shall we? So let me do one thing. Okay. John Lennon live in New York City. Yes, that is available. John Lennon live in New York City is available. Yep, it's right here. The bloopers, the best of bloopers, radio and television's most hilarious boners. Or is that boners? $9.99, B-O-N-E-R-S. $9.99. Michael Rimsdon, John Lennon. That's sold. Okay. That was, if there's B.B. King, Larry, then it's in Paul's new blues crates. It's in Paul's new blues crates, which those were sticker price, or it was in the Buy It Now Best Offer blues. But if it was in sticker price, we will make a deal. Bloopers is sold to Regina Tabor. We almost filled up 8 crates of vinyl tonight. We have filled up pretty much 7, unless somebody wants to buy some late night puzzles. Sure, anybody doesn't need an Elvis puzzle. And then Larry, unfortunately, I've already done some condensing. But I will be on the lookout. I'll try to look either before I sign off, or I'll do it after the sale when I can focus a little bit more, and I'll look for you. That's probably it as far as LPs. We're about to do some 45 research and more CDs. The first thing I'm going to do is give Clay Moore the John Lennon walls. Let me give him the law. And I think now all those John Lennons are sold now. He gets walls and bridges. That's sold. I'm going to put these back here behind me. And unless somebody doesn't, is sure you don't need a puzzle. I would love to sell a few more puzzles because I want to order a bunch more. That's what I have in stock. And I have extra Elvis and extra Leonard Skinner. These are 500-piece puzzles. They're a little bit bigger than an album cover. I think they're like 17 by 17 when you put them together. We got Iron Maiden. We got Metallica Whiplash. We have Killing Joke. We have Leonard Skinner. And we have Elvis Presley, a Peter Criss puzzle with Panthers. Oh, boy. Oh, you're talking about an original. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, where he's got that panther on a leash. Yeah, I don't have one of those. I got a Paul Stanley puzzle. I got an OG Paul Stanley puzzle, but that's it. So. All right. Okay, let me go ahead and show some CDs. Puzzles are $24.99. Regina, do you have an Elvis? $24.99 for the puzzles. They're 500 piece. They're officially licensed. Let's grab a handful of CDs, and then let's start going through some 45, shall we? Sherry Darnell wants a Leonard Skinner. One Leonard Skinner puzzle left. Let me go ahead and tag that for Sherry Darnell. One Leonard Skinner puzzle left. That's been a big seller. We sold I guess that makes 50. Yeah, that makes 50 of those we've sold. That's sold to Sherry. Thank you. All right. And I forgot we sold all those 45s. Typically, those 45s we would have been auctioning would have been albums. And that was probably, what, like 50 45s? So that's like a whole nother crate of vinyl we sold in the equivalent of 45 auctions. So we sold about what we have been all week, about 8 to 10 full crates of just records, plus miscellaneous. That's a lot of vinyl, folks. That's probably, man, let's see here. I bet that's close to, I bet that's like 5,000 to 6,000 albums we've sold this week. And we hadn't even been buying collections. That's wild. Elvis Presley is sold to Regina Tabor. Thank you, Sherry, and thank you, Regina. There's some Elvis left, a couple Iron Maidens, or one Iron Maiden and one Metallica. All right, CDs. We have Lone Justice, This World Is Not My Home, The Most of Dan Hicks and His Hot Licks. We have Blue Rodeo, 5 Days in July, Robert Cray, Sweet Potato Pie. The Best of Dave Mason. Neil Morse, Lifeline. Neil Morse, God Won't Give Up. Pandora's Box, Original Sin. Cover to Cover, Morse, Portnoy, and George. We have Toto, Kingdom of Desire. Don't see that one's often. Neil Morse, Jesus Christ, The Exorcist. Michael McDonald, Motown. Michael McDonald, Blues. I think that's Blues Obsession. That's Michael McDonald doing Motown covers, and then Michael McDonald doing blues covers. Give me 1 second, please, before I continue. All right. So Margaret on Michael McDonald. Do you want both of them, Margaret? So let's bring these this crate of 45 a little bit closer to me. Let's bring these a little bit closer to me here. And here's the agenda for the rest of the night. We're going to start looking up some 45s. Probably going to show the remainder of this crate, which will probably fly by. We'll show the remainder of that. And tomorrow is kind of undecided. There's going to be about 3 things happen tomorrow. Brian's going to do a comic book and toy show. Or if I go to look at this collection, I'm going to have Paul sub in. Or I'm going to sub in for Paul and go look at that stuff. And I'm still going to have him do the record sale. It really just depends on how late I'm up because, you know, I have Paul to help me go look at collections. But also, he said it was at 2 o'clock and he was worried he wouldn't get back in time. And unless we start later tomorrow, I really don't know. So, yeah, that kind of is up in the air. I really don't know for sure. So we'll have to decide sometime tomorrow afternoon. Okay. So there'll be something going on. Maybe Brian can go through comics and toys, and we can sell a bunch of that stuff. I don't really know. But first thing is Margaret wants both Michael McDonald's. Those are sold for $6.99 and $6.99. So let me go ahead and show. Let me clear off the CDs I've shown already. So if you want any CDs now, I'm going to put them over here on the bookcase, which means it won't be a problem for me to access them. I actually can find them pretty easily now. I'll be able to see all the spines. I'll be able to see all the spines over here. And now I can start some new stacking. But yeah, we'll definitely be live. Collectco, unless something bad has happened or just a weird series of unfortunate events, I don't see us not being live every 7 days a week now. We should have a stream going 7 days a week. We have to. We have way too much inventory, and we're buying way too much. So, okay, here we go. Let's show some 45s. I'm going to have to go get my laptop. So here's how this works. If you see a 45 you want a price on, just ask, okay? Or just like you're claiming it. That doesn't mean you're obligated to buy it. You don't have to buy it, but I'm going to look it up. I'm going to tell you what it is and how much it is. You can buy it or you can pass, and that's what we're going to get. Okay? I doubt we do cassettes or autographs or shirts or memorabilia tonight. No. We'll probably change it up next week. That's why I'm trying to hit all the CDs hard tonight and finish up these 45s. Probably change over to more like truly miscellaneous next week. But also, we're selling the heck out of CDs, and I kind of don't want to stop showing them because we have so many to go through. Go to Hells. Go to Hells. The Makers. Oblivions. Garage Dreams Revisited. I think we had that one last night. That's the same one, it looks like. The Inhalants. Lost Behind Words, Space Reds, and Jam from Outer Space. Mooseheart Faith, Blue Volution Part 1. The Tommyknockers. A Bedlam Hour. The New Bomb. At least you're getting paid. I can't say. Who is this? The Fuses. And Stewed Heavenly Blues. Okay? So, yeah, I did see Brian say that, but I'm not for sure if I'm going to go look at that stuff tomorrow. I think Paul asked him if he could do a show because he's going to look at a collection. But I may want to go over there, and that means that'll free up Paul to do a record sale. Or either, it doesn't matter, or they both can do something. It doesn't matter to me, or they both can do something. But we'll figure it out. All right, so I'm going to start looking those up for JK and Thomas. Let me start showing some more CDs. We have Magellan Symphony for Misanthrope. Here's more $6.99 CDs. Taj Mahal and the Hula Blues Band. Silt Skin, The Mind's Eye. We have Bring On the Night, Sting, Bring On the Night. James J.T. Taylor, Master of the Game. Toto, with a little help from my friends. Katie Lang, Live by Request. Katie Lang and the Sis Boom Gang. Michael McDonald, Blink of an Eye. David Lance, Christopher Reeve's Dream. Steve Morse Band, Southern Steel. Kerry Livgren, Reconstructions Reconstructed. And Little River Band, Get Lucky. Those are all $6.99. Let me step up front and grab my laptop so we can start looking some of these up. Some of the 45s, that is. So give me 1 second. My backpack should be laying up here on the counter. Should have a good battery. I like going through these 45s. Should be very fun. Get to look up a lot of strange stuff. Could find something that's a grail or just something super rare. I'm sure there's going to be something rare. I mean, all these are probably rare. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a fortune. I mean, I'm sure a lot of these, there's probably, only 50 made or 100 made or something like that. A lot of these like underground private press type things, whatever they could afford to make. Yeah, I got battery. Good. Let me log in. Probably hadn't moved. I hadn't been on my laptop since last night. Yep, Discogs is still pulled up. All right, let me pull up Discogs. Let me refresh Discogs. I'm connected, and here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is let me tag the CDs. No, let me look up the 45s first, okay? And the first person in line on the 45s was JK on the Makers, and then the Oblivions, okay? So there's the Makers, and then let's find the Oblivions. All right, let me check on those two right quick. First one's the Makers, and this is in line JK over on YouTube. The Makers, and this is I Wouldn't. Tour single 95. This is it. Single orange, yellow. This is black. German 1995. This will be $6.99. $6.99 on the Makers. That's pending the JK. And then the Oblivions is to Thomas and then JK. Let me find out what I can. The Makers, by the way, is 95 German, garage rock, rhythm blues punk. And this is the Oblivions. And the Oblivions is Blow Their Cool. I think. Oblivians, Chad. This is all versions. 7-inch, 33 black and red. This is black. 94 blues rock garage punk. 94 original United States. 2 listed United States pricey, much more than what they've ever sold for. They're realistically closer to sold 20, 15, 20, 20. Let's do $14.99 on this one. $14.99 on this one. Nice vinyl and sleeve. And that's Oblivion's, okay? So first thing is I'm going to start putting my sold pile over here. And the first thing we have is this is Soda JK, the makers, for $6.99. And then this is pending to Thomas Clark for $14.99, okay? Now, with that being said, the CDs, first on the CDs was Michael Remsna on Toto. Michael Remsna got Toto for $6.99. Mary Miles on KD Lang. She was first, and she does want both KD Langs. These are both sold for $6.99 then to Mary Miles and Mary Miles. Leslie was second. Mike on Carrie Livgren. There was only one, and that's sold to Mike. Carrie Livgren band. That's sold to Mike. Carrie Livgren. That is sold. And then Thomas Clark wants the Oblivions for $14.99. That means JK, you were second on that one. So that hand of CDs included Little River Band, Magellan, Taj Mahal, Stilt Skin, Sting is still available, James Taylor, Master of the Game, Michael McDonald, Christopher's Dream, and Steve Morse Band. Those are all still available there. All are still available there. Okay. So, that was CDs 45. So now, let's do a handful of 45s, read off some titles, and then I'm going to grab another handful of CDs. Oh, so just on. Oh, so you've only missed 9 hours of selling. But we're getting some interesting stuff here. We have Double Shot. If you want a price, just let me know. Just looking these up. Anti-Scene. Death to Disco. Wipeout. Jimmy La Lumia and Psychotic Frogs. The Brood, Knock on My Door. I don't know what that says. The Hound, Wildman. The who? I don't know what that says. Psychotic Turnbuckles. Missing Hitman, The Cold. And there's The Cold again. Hey, there's more Cold. We ran across them last night. These are weird. I think some of these have gotten water damaged. Yeah. I'll try to work on these later. This is a big batch that's gotten wet and stuck together, unfortunately, on those. All right. So if you want a price, let me know. And let's jump over here and grab a handful of CDs. And let me go ahead and do these right here. So more CDs coming up. Should have several more handfuls of CDs. If you see anything in that stack you wanted a price on, let me know. We have Maria Muldaur. These are $6.99. Maria Muldaur, Louisiana Love Call. Defunct in America. Defunct in America. Kenny Rogers, The Eyes That See in the Dark. Alana Miles, Rockin' Horse. This is Backdoor Slam, Roll Away. Sean Mullins, Ninth Ward Pickin' Parlor. The Chick Corea Electric Band. Porter. Barry and the Remains. Cheap Trick. And Status Quo, The Frantic Four's Final Fling, live at Dublin O2 Arena. Okay. So, first thing I have is let's got to look up the price for, let me move these over here, and let me move these over here. Let's look up the price for Anti-Scene for JK, Anti-Scene for JK, and then the Brood for Robert W. The Brood for Robert W. Okay? So first, here's the Anti-Scene. Let's go over here and check this. It's on blue vinyl. This is the Anti-Scene, Antiseen, and this is Two-Headed Dog. Blue transparent. This will be $6.99, 1990 Punk. Pretty clean in the sleeve. $6.99 Anti-Scene. $6.99 on that. Who asked first? JK. Robert W. The Brood. Let's take a look at that. I think the Brood is sealed. It is. I think this is sealed. The Brood. Knock on my door. '92 Garage. It appears to be sealed or at least wrapped in shrink wrap. $6.99 on that. $6.99 on that as well, Robert W. The Anti-Scene is sold. We'll go ahead and put that in the sold pile. And let's go ahead and start tagging some CDs. The first was Tony McDaniel on Cheap Trick. That sold to Tony McDaniel for $6.99. Tony, that sold to you. And then Michael Remsna on Chick Corea. Chick Corea. That sold for $6.99. So this stack of CDs left the following. Pret A Porter. Burying the Remains, Status Quo, Maria Muldaur, Defunct, Kenny Rogers, Alana Miles, Backdoor Slam, and Sean Mullins. Those are all sold, or those are all available. Let me grab a new handful of 45s then. And this next hand of 45s are going to be the following. If you need a price on anything, let me know. And then I'm going to do another handful of CDs. The Fallouts, here it come. We have the Nomads, Dig Up the Hatchet, Saints Alive, Slow Slushy Boys, Jailbait, Oldsmobile, Rocky Erickson, Bermuda the Interpreter. I think that one's got some pretty bad water damage. Looks cool though. Rocky Erickson. Jimmy Retzler, Save the 7-inch. The Mistreated. Some of these have some bad water. I'm going to put these over there. Ultravox, Rock Walk. Hey, another Social Distortion like we had last night. $20 Whore. Teenage Effin' Boredom. Tan Punks on Boards. And The Cold. All right. Hey. Devo, stuck in my head. Hey. All right, I'll go back through some of those claims in just a second. He passes on the Brood, so if anybody wants that, it was $6.99. It was sealed, actually. We'll start looking those up in just a second. Here's the next batch of $6.99 CDs. T-Bone Walker, The Hustle Is On. Something for the Trail, Gary P. Nunn. Dixie Chicks, Fly. Stevie Nicks, 24 Karat Gold. Ooh, there we go. Slim Chance, The Gamblers. Joe Nichols, Revelation. John Hott, Overcoats. Carl Perkins, Go Cat Go. Doctor Who, full cast audio drama. Dixie Chicks, Taking the Long Way Home. Beth Orton, The Other Side of Daybreak. Ben Harper of Charlie Musselwhite. Buddy Guy, Sweet Tea. Draw the Line, David Gray. Jerry Douglas, Look Out for Hope. Cal Slinger Deluxe. And Art of the State. Wow, I showed a lot right then. That's probably going to get confusing later, but we'll figure it out. Let's go back to this pile. And the first one I had asked for was R.K. Tucker on the Nomads, which was the second one here, okay? Right? Yeah, R.K. Tucker. Let's go check this one. R.K. Tucker on the Nomads. Crack That Whip. This is called Dig Up the Hatchet. This is the only version of this record. It's a 1995 single. It's a rock. This is actually a Japanese pressing. This is Japanese, and it's going to be $6.99. $6.99 on the Nomads, which is R.K. Tucker. Craig Thomas next on the Saints. That was the very first one. That sleeve has done a good job protecting it. Look at that. That's why you keep your records in sleeves. This is the wear that's protected this from. The Moors? It says the Moors on the label. Saints. Is that right? Saints alive. Seven-inch unofficial. Yeah, it says the Moors. That's right. Never sold on Discogs. It's a bootleg. Let me see what Pop Psych tells us. It probably, I'm sure one's popped up through eBay, but that's going to be hard to actually get because I doubt it's, let's see what it says. Yeah, none ever there. Okay, so it's banned for sale, but there's none ever sold for more than $25 on eBay. So Craig, I'll say $9.99. I'll say $9.99 on the Saints. It is an unofficial. Okay, next thing we had was JK on Slow Slushy. Let's look this up for JK. RK passes on the Nomads, by the way. So if anybody wants the Nomads, it is available. You can see the cover. This is Saints Alive. There's the back. There's a little bit of a bend right there. And it has a couple stress creases, but okay, let's look up Slow Slushy Boys. The Slow Slushy Boys. I think this is one like a multi-split. The girl, there we go. Yeah. $6.99 on this one too. 94 Rock Garage Rock. $6.99 on that. That was first to. This was first to JK. Okay, and then JK also first on the Rocky Erickson. I think this has got some pretty bad water damage. Yeah. Pretty bad. It could clean. It's gonna need a cleaning. Like that's just like literally mold on it. So it's gonna need some restoration. I don't know. $3. You're gonna have to put a lot of work into that one, and you want to be careful handling it. Okay, don't touch your eyes after handling it. It's not the bad mold, but it's nevertheless it's mold that's growing on it. So let's go back up top. I'm also selling moldy records. Let me make sure I don't miss anything here. So the first thing was, let's see, the Nomads, which was a pass. Saints, and Craig is going to pass on the Saints. So give JK the Saints for $9.99. That leaves the Nomads and Slow Slushy. JK wants Slow Slushy. That's so to JK. So JK got the Saints for $9.99 and Slow Slushy for $6.99. The next record was Social Distortion. Craig, I think that was the same one from last night, wasn't it? What happened to that? There it is. It looks like the same one from last night. I just can't remember what I priced it to you for. 14. Yeah, that's the same one as last night. Was it $14.99? $14.99, I'm pretty sure on that, Craig. I'm almost positive it was $14.99. You're first, then JK, and then RK first on the Mistreated. Let's look up the Mistreated, spelled M-Y. Mark Fallon's still at the hospital. Mark, I hope everything's okay with whoever you're with. Hope everything's okay, whoever you're with. Mistreated. And this is There's No Escape. I feel like I've looked at this one before. Mistreated, There's No Escape. Garage Rock, 1992. 8 copies. 14 and 14, including shipping in the United States. Mistreated, $9.99. Mistreated, $9.99 for RK. Craig Takes the Other Social Distortion or Another Social Distortion for $14.99. Robert, you were third on Social Distortion. And then I think it looks like the CDs begin, okay? So now the CDs begin. And the first thing I see is Leslie with Dixie Chicks. And she wants both. So let's start tagging some CDs. Dixie Chicks, that was the first one, which was Fly. And then the other one was Take the Long Way Home. Those are sold to Leslie for $6.99 and $9.99. Margaret Gerhold on SN. That was for Stevie Nicks. That's sold to Margaret Gerhold, $6.99. Tony McDaniel on DR. Tony McDaniel on DR. And DR was... DR... Tony, did he correct that later? DR. Tony, what was DR in the CDs? Was that Doctor Who? If that's Doctor Who, then Tony on Doctor Who. And then R.K. Tucker. Then Chris next on Stevie Nicks. Nick Bargeron got the Buddy Guy. That's so to Nick Bargeron. And then Pass, C Cover, Take the Saints, Take Slow Slushy, Pass on Saints, Pass on Rocky, sold RK, said Take, and that was on the Mistreated. So let's tag these, and then Mistreated's $9.99, and Doctor Who. You heard Doctor Who. Doctor Who, the TV show. So if you don't want that, then we need to give Doctor Who. Doctor Who then is going to be sold to R.K. Tucker. So let's give that Doctor Who to R.K. Tucker. R.K. Tucker, you're going to get the Doctor Who CD. And then here's what's left after I give Sherry Darnell David Gray. So for $6.99, here's what's left in that last stack of CDs. T-Bone Walker, Gary P. Nunn, Slim Chance and the Gamblers, Joe Nichols, John Hyatt, Carl Perkins, Beth Thornton, Ben Harper, and Charlie Musselwhite, Jerry Douglas, the Cow Slingers, and the Art of the State. Tomorrow is either going to be a show with Brian or a show with Paul. Paul would normally be having a record sale. He's going to look at a collection tomorrow, but I think I might want to go look at it. I had a customer I've known for years actually tell me about it. And Paul talked to the guy today, and he went ahead and set something up. And he's like, I might not be back in time. It is local, but he may not be back in time. And so I told him, I said, well, I texted him earlier, and I said, why don't you wait to hear from me tomorrow, because I may go do that. That way Paul can do a record sale. But either way, no coins and knives tomorrow. But if Brian has a show, it should be good, because Brian's priced like 12 boxes of graded comics, and we've got a bunch of loose stuff ready. And with that being said, what else was I going to say? Oh, next week for sure I should be doing coins, because I've got some stuff in from my dealer in Murfreesboro, and we've bought some other stuff from the Mint, some newer collectible type stuff, okay? Let's do another handful of 45s. Let's keep rolling with this stuff. So right now we're going through 45s, and we're going through 45s, and we're going through CDs. And if I show the 45s, if there's something you want to price on, just let me know, and I'll look it up. And you don't have to be obligated. You can sell, take or pass, and I'm going to finish up this tub of CDs, okay? And we have the Pandoras. Hot Generation, You Don't Satisfy. The Pandoras. Looks like a chick band. Looks like an all-chick band. Singing the Blues, Dave Edmonds. Singing the Blues, Dave Edmonds. Devo, hey, there it is. I knew something. See, my ESPN was kicking in. I knew my ESPN was kicking in. I had Devo in my head, and there they are. Don't see their stuff too often like that. Flaming Groovies. Flaming Groovies. The 440s. The 440s. The Insomniacs. It looks like it's autographed. The Insomniacs. Looks like it's autographed. The Plagues, Through This World. Psycho. The Commandos. Boy, that looks cool. Big Black Witch something rock. Big Black Witchcraft rock. Big Black Witchcraft rock. And Punk Classics. Jimmy Buffett is $39.99. It is the 1988 OG pressing. Nice. Buy it now, best offer. And yes, I know it is ESP, but I had a friend. My dad had a friend, and he used to call it ESPN. One second, please. All right. Sorry. I'm texting somebody, but it's pretty important, so I'm having to stop every now and then and rest my legs and send a couple text messages. Nick Bergeron offer $30 for Buffett. Let's go ahead and sell that right now. That's sold to Nick Bergeron for $30. Now, let's do, okay, that I just showed 45s, right? Yeah, okay, I just showed that. Let's do a handful of CDs. And it looks like one, two, I bet we got 4 more big handfuls of CDs left. Okay, and that should equivalent with about 4 more handfuls of 45s. So I try to grab big handfuls here. Here we go. So the only one not sold is the Nomads. Let's put those back there for right now. We'll go back to them. Here's the next $6.99 45s. Kiss and Say Goodbye, the best of the Manhattans. David Land, Sacred Road. Mahavishnu Orchestra, Birds of Fire. The Manhattan Transfer, Bop Doo Wop. This is Blinded by the Light, the very best of Manfred Mann's Earth Band. Magdalene, that looks interesting. It's Magdalene, Big Bang. There's another one, Magdalene, Revolution. I think it's Magdalene. No, there's 2 different bands there. There's Magdalene and then Magdalene, but it's spelled differently. I don't know about them. Barry Manilow, there's another one, Magdalene. There's another one spelled differently. And then Kenny Loggins, Leap of Faith. Wow. A lot of different stuff there for sure. Okay, so those are all $6.99. Let's go back to the first request here, which was Craig Thomas on Devo, which was one of the first ones I showed. Let's see. Which way did I do this? I did it this way, didn't I? Yep, that. And then this is the Devo. Looks like the Devo has some, it's like a VG minus sleeve. The vinyl is nice. And let's see what we got here. It's Devo doing the Stone Satisfaction. Jagger Richards, it says. Satisfaction. Have you ever seen that video of Devo and Neil Young? Very bizarre. Have you ever seen that before? Very, very crazy. This is the 78, of course. Knockout Center. Yep, this is it. $6.99, Craig. $6.99 on Devo. I can't get no satisfaction. And Sloppy, I saw my baby getting. Sloppy, I guess. And then Craig was first on Devo. JK second. Nick asked for Jimmy Buffett. We've already sold that. Michael Remsna next on Flavin' Groovies. Michael Remsna next on Flamin' Groovies. Oh, there's the Cramps. I had it the wrong way, didn't I? Oh, wow, I did. The Cramps. Wow, I had that the wrong way. Look, I should have flipped that one over. I think y'all have already noticed that, though, yeah. But first, we're looking for the Flaming Groovies, which was one of the first ones, wasn't it? Where was that? The Plagues. Man, I've got these all twist-turned. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is next, the Flaming Groovies. So we're going through unpriced 45, so if you want a price on something, make sure you know, or you ask me. Man, this collection, Paul, when he went and bought all this stuff in New Orleans, he said, this guy told me, he said, all of these records are going to be good condition. He said even if the jackets are a little beat, he said like every disc is going to be nice. And so far that's true. This is the Flamin' Groovies here. And this is REM, that's the catalog number, REM 406. And laminated sleeve, matte card sleeve. Let's see here. Which version is this? EP. Let me make sure it's not a promo. It's not matte card sleeve or laminated sleeve. I think this is matte. I don't know if there's much of a difference though. Either way, it needs to be $9.99. Flaming Groovies is $9.99. Flaming Groovies is $9.99. Okay. Devo is sold to Craig for $6.99. I went ahead and see that on my monitor. Yeah, that's Craig sold. Let's go ahead and sell that for $6.99. Flaming Groovies is Michael Remsna, then JK. Robert W. next on the Commandos. Let's try to find that. I don't know why I keep on having trouble finding these. There's the Cramps, the Commandos. That was Psycho. Let's look this up for Robert W. It looks like it's on orange or yellow vinyl. This is the Commandos. Okay. And this is PSYCHO. Gold transparent vinyl, garage rock, horror rock. And this would be $6.99, Robert. $6.99. Gold vinyl, the Commandos. $6.99 on that. Robert was next on that. Flaming Groovies. Michael Remsa does want the Flaming Groovies for $9.99. $6.99 on the Commandos on the gold vinyl for Robert W. JK was next on Classics. That was the Punk Classics. Punk Classics. And this is here we go. Maybe this will help me. VPAG. There it is. This one's pretty good. 86 garage rock punk beat. It is unofficial, but it's allowed for sale on Discogs. United Kingdom, United States. The three in the United States with shipping are 25, 27, and 36. I'll do this one for $19.99. I'll do this one for $19.99. Punk Classics. The Commandos. Punk Classics. That was asked by JK. Craig says he has the Devo. Give it to JK. So Devo is going to go to JK and stay. JK, is that okay? Do you want a Devo? You were next in line. Just say sold on Devo. Sold. Flaming Groovies. Those two are pending. Next request was Big BR. W is the Cramps. And then RK Tucker put Dave, and that's for Dave Edmonds. Dave Edmonds should be on the Led Zeppelin label. Yeah, Swan Song. Dave Edmonds, $6.99. RK Tucker, I don't even have to look that one up. I know what that will be. $6.99 on Dave Edmonds. Okay, then there's Nick Barcheron's Jimmy Buffett offer. And then Regina wants information on the 440s. Is that what you wanted, Regina? You put 1440, I guess the 440s, right? I'll look this up for Regina. The 440s. The 440s. And this is... I just got an email from a Reddit. Said, I don't even get on Reddit, but it's something about Magnus Carlsen. I know how to play chess. I'm by no means good. I wish I was because I'm very much intrigued by it. And all of my social media knows that I like chess. It knows I like chess because, all that I see now is chess reels. Like, I'll watch these people play these chess matches, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And I kind of know what they're doing as far as strategy, but I get really much, lost in it. And I'll be watching chess matches forever, and I wish it would stop. But I've been watching, of course, Magnus Carlsen. I can't find this on Discogs, the 440s. The 440s. There it is. Feel all right. This is it right here. Feel all right. Target sleeve, crucified sleeve. All right, Regina, the 440s is $4.99. $4.99, Regina, on that. Okay, let's go back, make sure I didn't miss anything here. So next is, okay, so next was JK will take the Devo. He says no on Devo. Okay, so let's put Devo back out then. Devo back out. Punk Classics is sold for $19.99 to JK. Robert got the Commandos for $6.99. So next in line on Devo then was Nick Bargeron. He put Deco. Nick Bargeron was next. Nick, do you want the Devo for $6.99? It's back available. Okay. And then the 440s is sold to Regina for $4.99. Next, this is a slow, but we'll get it done, process. Next is JK on the Cramps. Yep, let's look this up. Big Black Witchcraft Rock. The Cramps. How did I not flip that one? I got to start flipping these over. Sometimes I'm looking at the B side of the sleeve and the other side is like the one we want to be seeing. Big Black. Here it is. This is a 2003 horror rock, psychobilly, of course. It is the Cramps. The last ever Cramps single. Wow. This is the last Cramps single. That's the notes at the bottom, or the review. 6 copies. Yeah, this needs to be. This is probably one of the better ones I've seen in a while. There is some damage though. I asked for that first. Oh, you did? Hold on a minute. Who asked for this? Oh, Craig did. Can I see Big Black? Yeah. Craig asked first. And then Jim B's next, and then JK. Craig did ask first. He's right after Regina. I skipped that. I forgot that's what it's called. Craig, I was about to say 24. There's some damage on the back. $19.99. Vinyl's nice. $19.99. Sorry about that. I lost Nick Bargeron on the Devo. I'll give him one more second. If not, Tim Voldness, it looks like it's going to you. $19.99 on the Cramps. Now it's Jim B, the Plagues. Jim B, the Plagues. Let's look up this for Jim B. The Plagues. Through This World. Um, '87 Garage Rock. United States, Netherlands, United States. The Plagues. Interesting. All right, let me go over here. This is a tough one because the last one sold as an outlier, and then they get really expensive. Let's try Pop Psych. Okay, and this is obviously okay, the originals are pretty expensive. 1966 Michigan. That stuff from Michigan in that era is so expensive, like MC5. Yeah, there's the actual single. 215. This is tough. It's weird. They're 80 and 120, and then they typically sell for but 25, 40, and then the last one sold's $153 out of nowhere. That's strange. And then one did sell a few years ago for 70, but then there's a lot of 20s and 30s. Of course, this does have the sleeve, and it's nice, so I'm gonna say $34.99 on this. 34 legs. And that's looks like a reissue EP of their track. They looks like they had 245s, and they're very expensive back in the 60s in Michigan. That one's $34.99. Okay, now let's go back and figure this out. Tim Voldness, I'm going to go ahead. I lost Nick Bargeron, so Tim, I'll go ahead and give you the Devo Tim Voldness for $6.99. Craig gets the Cramps for $19.99, and then am I done? Next was the Plagues, sold. Deco, Cramps, Take FG, sold, pass on Devo, pass. All those are claims. And then Arnold Adams said C. Dion. Was that from the last CD, Celine Dion? Did I have a Celine Dion somewhere? I'm not for sure. Okay, and the Nomads was $6.99. $6.99. Who asked for Dave Edmonds? Because who asked for Dave Edmonds? I never did call that so. Dave Edmonds was asked by RK Tucker. RK, I never did tag that. You did want that, right? RK Tucker. Yep, my mic is, this is a fresh mic. I can plug in my generator, though. That's probably a good idea. My mic is fresh, though. My generator's on 12%. Not anymore. It's charging now. Wow, that was an eventful handful there. We still got about 2 more like that. Okay. Okay. So RK did want Dave Edmonds for $6.99. Claymore wants the Nomads for $6.99. Okay, so the only thing I had left there was there's only 2 left in that one: the Insomniacs and the Pandoras. The Insomniacs and the Pandoras. Okay. Now we have. I've already shown those CDs. All right, let me grab a new handful of 45. I'll do $30 on the Plagues. The last sold were 25, 20, 40, 25. And that was in just the last, that's covering 2 years. And that has sleeve. What kills the median is some of these doesn't look like they had sleeves, or they were in not graded. Yeah, that's what's weird about 45. Sometimes they don't have the sleeves. And plus, for some reason, there's been a huge jump in value. And if you wanted one right now, if you wanted to get on here and buy one right now, it's going to cost you $80. If you wanted to get one, if you want to buy one right now, it's going to cost you $80. It's going to cost you $80. The Insomniacs. Yeah, I kind of wanted to look this up. Jim B said he'll take it for $30. Yeah, I mean, that's $50, but it's weird that the most recent, if something happened with this band where they like played in a movie or something, was one of their songs on a movie, and now everybody's wanting their stuff. Stuff like that happens. All right, this is the Insomniacs. The 45s are weird on Discogs because sometimes they don't have the picture sleeves. So it's not like they have separate listings for listings with and without picture sleeves. And so you kind of have to go through and really look at each one sold. And then plus on eBay, it doesn't look like one's ever been listed on there recently. So it could get pricey on eBay auction. So you just never know, though. You may put it on there. We may have it on there for years. I think we have a couple 45s listed on there now for like $1,000 on Discogs. We got like one that's like $4,000. I'm pretty sure. It's like it's a soul. Boy, I can't find this. Let me stop talking. I can't type. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. INSOMNIACS. Whew, that took forever. Sunshine. There it is. The Insomniacs they're definitely a 90s group. This is a limited edition 45, pressing of 500 copies on black vinyl. The Insomniacs is rubber stamped on the black back cover. It does say 500. Toxic Studios. This one appears to be autographed. 3 copies. Unplayed disc. U.S. Garage Psych. Clean copy. I'm going to say $19.99 on this one. And, of course, there's none on here that's autographed. I mean, I don't think they're... Wow, the price is definitely trending upward. Yeah, last sold 20, 25, 22. I'll do this one for $19.99. $19.99. Looks like it's autographed. I mean, those are definitely different signatures. So that's pretty cool they signed it. All right, that just leaves the Pandoras, the girl band. All right, let me grab another handful of CDs. Sorry, those took forever. I told y'all earlier when we were really going through stuff fast, I was like, we can't do 45s right now. We got to do that like at the last thing because unless they're already priced, it's going to take a while to figure out what they are. All right, let's do more $6.99 CDs. Looks like a couple good titles right in here, I see. JK wants the Insomniacs for $19.99. That's sold to JK. Here's some more $6.99 CDs as we finish up this tub. Kraftwerk is $6.99. It's the Bluesman, Eddie Bluesman Kirkland. The Kinks, Phobia. The Kinks, Phobia. Doctor Who. Doctor Who. KC and the Sunshine Band. Feeling You, the 60s. Freddie King, Texas Cannonball. The Best of Freddie King. King's X, Tapehead. We have King's X, Wings. Orgs, Tones. Freddie King live at the Electric Ballroom, and Taj Mahal in progress and in motion, and John Lennon. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You who. Pandora's is on Vox. I bet that's a good one. Okay, so first is Doctor Who. These are all $6.99. R.K. Tucker on Doctor Who, $6.99. That's a different one. That's sold to him. Leslie on Casey and the Sunshine Band. That's sold to Leslie. Margaret Gerhold on the Kinks. That's sold to Margaret. Bobby B on FK. Now, there was a bunch of Freddie King. There was Live at the Electric Ballroom. You got the Best of. You got Texas Cannonball. Let me know on that, Bobby B. You were first. And then that's not the same one, so that's a different one. Chris Frazier on KC. Chris, is that for... Chris, is that for K? Okay. So first of all, Bobby does want all those for $6.99. Those sold to Bobby B, $6.99, $6.99, $6.99. And then Chris, your KC was for Kings, Freddie King, no, Kraftwerk. Let me know. And then Nick Bargeron for sure gets Taj Mahal for $6.99. Margaret for sure gets John Lennon. Margaret for sure gets John Lennon for $6.99. Craig asked about Pandora's. Clay asked about Pandora's. And then Sherry Darnell next to Imagine. Oh, KC, duh. KC and the Sunshine Band, sorry. Wow, so we still got King's X, Eddie Kirkland, Kraftwerk. I won't be surprised if all those end up selling. 2 King's X, Kraftwerk, and Eddie Kirkland. Let's check on Pandora's, and then I'll do the next handful of CDs, or 45s. Let's look at Pandora's. Hot Generation, You Don't Satisfy. Single France. This is definitely. This is U.S. Is this for U.S.? Looks U.S. U.S. Looks U.S. Pandora's. United States. Old price. Fiji Plus. Fiji Plus. $9.99. $9.99. Craig and then Clay. Okay. Next is Craig and then Clay. Craig and then Clay. Craig and then Clay. And then Kraftwerk sold to Michael Rivsna. Michael Rivsna. What am I doing? Kraftwerk. Okay. Yeah, Arnold Adams, Celine Dion. Yeah, did he say that? I saw him. I remember that, but I was just going to make sure that's what he wanted. Arnold Adams. Arnold, are you still with me? Do you want the Celine Dion without the missing tape? I'm sure he does. I'm just going to have to find it. I think it's over on the wall. That was a long time ago. Clay, let me know if you want the Pandoras. You're next. All these sold, right? Yeah, that's all sold. Let's start a new pile because this one's getting a little bit tricky here. Tricky Ricky. Okay. What's next? More 45s, right? I bet I can cut this in half and do 2 more handfuls. All right. Arnold said yes. Okay. Welcome back, Arnold. Let me find that for you. Yeah, I've got 2 more handfuls of 45s. If it's as good as that last one, it will definitely be worth it. And let's see. Celine Dion. I bet that's over here. Meat Collins. That's from last night. Okay, right there starts tonight. May. Neil Morris. Best of Dave Mason, Dan Hicks, Loggins. It didn't have the front art. She'll still have the spine on it, though. It's in a jewel case. Okay, I don't think it's there. That stuff from last night. Corner Gang, Burnley. That was stuff from last night. Where did I put the rest of tonight's? That's the question. Chris Thomas. Okay, it still may be on the table then. Okay, it might still be on the table then. Man, no luck so far. I may have to flip through them all again. Arnold, I will have to look again. Right now, no luck. I'll have to keep moving on. I will be on the lookout, though. I've got to hunt a couple things, so I'll be hunting. Right now, no luck. Right. Pandora's is sold to Clay Moore for $9.99. King's X, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Not on that one. Not on that one. All right, here's the next stack of 45s. The M80s. The M80s. The Wild Sounds of Satan's Sadist. Mono Men. Dave Edmonds, Queen of Hearts. The Boss Martians. The Lunachicks. Oh man, it's stuck together. Demolition Derby. Demolition Derby. MX80. Corpse Grinders. I Eat Babies. Ron Silva and the Monarchs. Sit and Spin. Santa's Claus. The Firebirds. Hooter Surfing. And the Cynics Friday Night. Wow. Interesting stuff there for sure. All right. So let's see what we have first here. The Wild Sounds of Satan's Sadist. Okay. Let's check this. And there's 2 more handfuls of 45s at least. And I'll see if there's any stray ones. I didn't get to that box. Remember that box I read off stuff of earlier? I didn't even do those. Those will definitely be next week. Hmm. Um, well, yeah, $6.99. $6.99 on that one. $6.99. That was this one to Michael Rimsden. Michael Rimsden, $6.99 on the Wild Sounds, the Satanist. Next is R.K. Tucker on the Mono Men. Burning Bush. $6.99 on the Mono Men. $6.99 on the Mono Men. Demo Derby and Corpse Grinders. Can I see the photo with the black and white photo of the woman? So nobody on that one. Nobody on Dave Edmonds. Nobody on Boss Martians. The Luna Chicks. This one here. This is Demolition Derby. It is the Squares, the Perverts, Percolatorist, and I can't make out the other one. Okay, but the next request is Michael Rimsna. That's on this right here. Mono Man. I priced that already. Michael Rimsna on Demo Derby. Let's see if I can find out about this. It looks like it's 4 different bands. They call it Demolition Derby. Yeah. Demolition Derby. That's the label. Okay, that's the label. That's the label. It's called Now Put on Your Face and Join the Race. The Squares, the Perverts, the Percolators. The Percolators in Sin Alley. $6.99. Has an insert with it. Has an insert that says play. Somebody made a little note, play at 33 RPM. Okay, so the first thing I priced was that to Michael. He said Wild. That sold for $6.99. R.K. Tucker sold on the Mono Men for $6.99. And Michael Rimsden sold on that for $6.99. Next was Corpse Grinders. Let's find that. That was next. That's right here. What a scary cover. What a scary name. Garage Psychobilly. Giveaway for the first 500 people buy tickets for the Corpse Grinder 12-inch record release party, blank white labels. Corpse Grinder needs to be $9.99. Australian 1984 Garage Psychobilly. $9.99 on that, Michael Rimsna. JK, second on that, and then Regina on the Firebirds. Hooter surfing. Regina, $6.99 on this. Regina, $6.99 on this. Corpse Grinder sold for $9.99 to Michael Remsna. That sold for $6.99. Next is the Cynics, Bobby B. That was right here, I think. Yep. Needs a cleaning. This is Cynics. Friday night. $19.90. Has an insert. I'm going to say $4.99 on that. $4.99 on that. Regina wants the Firebirds for $6.99. $4.99 on the Cynics. Next comment was sold. Wild sold. Okay, pass. Put on your face. Any more? Yeah. Insane Clown Posse is $4.99. I've got several more left. The promo sampler CDs. $4.99. Paul Brothers. $4.99. Bobby B said sold on the Cynics for $4.99. Next is a request for the Luna Chicks with JK. I feel like we auctioned one of these the other night. Unfortunately, the gatefold. I'll go ahead and... Okay, there we go. Not as bad. I was worried it'd be really stuck together. I popped that one pretty loose. Now, I feel like it just increased a lot in value. Haha. I'm pretty sure Tony Wade went to war somebody the other night trying to win one of these at auction. We auctioned one. This would be more of a mainstream thing I'd auction here. $14.99. Yeah. It's a double gatefold. $14.99 on that. Paul Brothers wants an Insane Clown Posse for $4.99. That's sold to Paul Brothers. Anybody else wants one? I have more. And then there was a request for the Sit and Spin. Santa Claus. CLAWS. This is SANTACLAWS. And this is going to be $6.99. I found that one fast. $6.99 on that. $6.99 on that. Luna Chicks $14.99 to JK. Insane Clown Posse sold to Alex Roman for $4.99. He passes on Luna Chicks. It's $14.99. And Sit and Spin was $6.99. Anybody else before I grab another handful of CDs? Ron Silva and the Monarchs, MX80, the Boss Martians, Dave Edmonds, and the M80s. Okay? Let's grab another handful of 45s, or excuse me, of CDs over here. I think I can get these down to 2 more handfuls, okay? And then we're going to have at least 1 more handful of 45s, it looks like. Next is Draw the Line, David Gray. America, Human Nature. These are all $6.99. More Craft Work. More Craft Work. Also, Joe Bonamassa, 2 CD set. The Freewheelers, Waiting for George. David Gray, Life in Slow Motion. Bob Schneider, Lovely Creatures. Fistful of Mercy, As I Call You Down. Kid Johnny Lang and the Big Band. And Johnny Lang Turn Around. Those are all $6.99. Pass on the clause. If JK's anticipate, Robert W. wants the Luna Chicks for $14.99. That's sold to Robert W. And then next is Leslie on David Gray. There's several in there, Leslie. There's 2. There's 2 David Gray. There's also Life in Slow Motion and Draw the Line. Let me know on that. Next is Bobby B on JB. Joe Bonamassa. I'll go ahead and put that one sold first. Joe Bonamassa to Bobby B. Mary Miles next. Michael Remsna on Craftwork and Craftwork. Craftwork and Craftwork. That's sold and sold. And then Leslie wants both David Grays. So the Santa Claus is the only thing left back there. And here is America, the Freewheelers, Bob Schneider, Fistful of Mercy, Kid, Johnny Lang, and Johnny Lang. I'm going to put those right there. And now the last handful of 45s. Well, I got all these that's water damaged. Ooh, these look water damaged too. Well, some of these do. That's like a big bundle that's been molded together. Let me set all that over there. Let me show these that I can actually flip through. We have the Shams. Looks like the Shams. There's the Insomniacs again. There's the Insomniacs again. Unreleased instrumentals from the Northwest. Monzor, Jeffrey Evans, and LaFong. The Neckbones. Hit one with complete nudity on the cover. The Neckbones. The E-Tops, Action Packed. Homer Henderson with the Lee Harvey Oswald picture on the front. Lee Harvey was a friend of mine. That's that famous picture from Life magazine. And then the Drags. Interesting. Now what I'm going to do is, here, let's tag these, and then before I show the last, I'm going to see about these that's water damaged. I may sell them all to somebody at one price. I mean, if you work on like getting the disc out and cleaning them, you probably can find some good stuff, but I bet the jackets are pretty bad. First in here was JK. Let's check on this Insomniacs. I showed you the last one. I'll check on this one here. The Insomniacs. Looks like there's a little bit of water damage to the bottom left corner here. Vinyl's fine, of course. Let's check on this one. Time ticks by the world while the world disappears. INSONNMNIACS. Boy, I can't spell this unless I do it letter by letter. INSOMNIACS. I'm struggling typing that. I couldn't do it earlier. I tried 2 or 3 times. Time ticks. There's stuff that seems to be pretty good. This is on like green. Is that green opaque or blue? Don't give you a color. Green opaque, yeah. It's not blue. It's not black. Okay. So this one needs to be $14.99. Yeah, $14.99 on that. Who was first? JK. First on that. Insomniacs, $14.99. And then Michael Rimsna on the neck bones. This one right here. Michael Rimsna. Let's take this. I'll leave. That sleeve's not too bad. I'm going to leave it in the sleeve. Then neck bones for right now. Neck bones, and this is Bad Boy. Hit Me. Neck bones, Hit Me is what it's called. And that's $6.99. $6.99 on the neck bones. Insomniac is sold to JK for did I say $14.99? Yeah. Sold to JK for $14.99. The Insomniac. $6.99 on the neck bones. Next is the Shams. That was the very first one for JK. What happened to it? Right there. The Shams. Only a Dream, 3 a.m. Only a Dream, 3 a.m. Shams. 5. United States, Germany, United States. $6.99 on the Shams. Michael Rimsna on neck bones for $6.99. $6.99 on the Shams for JK. RK Tucker on the Drags. RK Tucker here on the Drags. And that might be I'm not for sure on that. Drags. Well worth talking about. Only 2 for sale. In the United States. Yeah, $6.99 on that. JK sold on the Shams for $6.99. RK Tucker on Drag, $6.99. Robert W. second. And now we're caught up. So that left Homer Henderson, the E-Tops, Monzera Jerry Efrins, and the unreleased instrumentals. Now, let me look at these that I passed on earlier to see if they're salvageable. Hmm. This is very unfortunate. They're okay. I mean, they're, the disc, well, after you clean the disc, especially ultrasonically, that'd be okay. Some of these in really bad shape, though. Okay, this one's not as bad. The Boss Instrumentals EP. It was tucked in between this one. All right, so here's some that aren't as bad. I mean, they're damaged. I want everybody to know that. But you have the Prodigals, A-Bones, Sit and Spin. Something Doll Group, Campus Tramps, the Grodes, Shadows of Night. Where did you see Homer at? Homer? Where did you see that at? Where is Homer? Homer? Oh, that's from the last pile. Homer. Was there more? Was that all of them? I thought there was another handful of damaged ones. I guess not. Is that all of it? I guess so. Homer Henderson. Yeah, that's this one. That was Lee Harvey Was My Friend. Henderson. Lee Harvey. One for sale. Wow. One for sale, 25. Last one sold back in August. Let me check that. There's a huge jump in price. 12, 24, 29, 25, 30. That's over the last year. So 12, 24, 29, 25, and 30. How about 19.99? 19.99 on Homer Henderson. Hawaiian Iguana and Lee Harvey Was My Friend. We had a pass on the drags earlier, pass on Sit and Spin, pass on that. Jim B interested in the Prodigals. That's that group we had last night. That's still sitting over here. We got another one from them, don't we? No, that's the Manic Depressives. The Prodigals. This is on, oh boy, this is pretty damaged, Jim B, actually. The sleeve and label is. I can barely pull it out. Let me look it up just based on the sleeve. I have sold a broken 45. I've sold a broken 45 before for serious money. That's why almost everything's worth. This is red transparent, 2 for 10, 15. Yeah. It's in pretty bad shape. I'd sell it for $3. I think that's what it costs new. But it's in pretty, you're going to have to get it out, clean it, and work on it. And then don't put the record back in there. $3 on that. Homer, $14.99. Sell that to JK for $14.99. And was there something in here called the Tramps? Campus Tramps. Boy, this thing's like disintegrating. Every time I touch it, it's just, it's like flaking off. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can even get to it. Yeah, I think it's like literally sandwiched in there. Yeah, this is making a mess. This is like disintegrating. I'll price it to you for $3. Okay, what I was going to do is say if anybody wants the rest of these, I was going to bundle them, but probably I don't want to do that because there might be something in here. So, yeah, all these are pretty damaged. I don't know if anybody wants all those for like, I'll sell all those for like $10, and I don't know what's in there really, but they're in pretty bad shape. But I'm sure if you got them out and cleaned them and put them in a new sleeve and kept it outside of the jacket, like we do albums, like I do my albums, then it'd be okay. Regina on Sit and Spin. Sell this to Regina for $6.99. Okay, I think there was more. That just leaves the drags that I priced. There was one more a handful of CDs, and we've gone through this whole tub. And let me do these. Sorry for the wait. And Michael Remsna said he'll take the damage bundle for 10. Okay. I'm going to keep these. Let me figure out what they can put those in. Yeah. Let's put these. I'm going to put them inside of a LP sleeve right now. Let me put them inside of an LP sleeve. No, not that one. Oh, okay. Well, I think that was the only one that I had. Maybe you thought of something else. I'm going to put them in this right here, keep them together. Yeah, it's unfortunate stuff like this. Boy, we've got in some. We bought a jazz album collection one time that was pretty incredible, and they were all water damaged. $6.99 CDs. Wow, I'm amazed we got 101 people watching right now. What the heck's going on? Is it because it's Saturday night? We got 101 people watching. Annie Lennox Diva. Level 42 is Japanese. Level 42 Forever Now. Level 42 Forever Now. Johnny Lang and the Big Bang Smoking. Johnny Lang, Long Time Coming. Manfred Mann's Earth Band. Albert Lee Speechless. Fresh Air. Ferry Lewis. The Kink Chronicles. Those should be sold together. Yeah. Kink Chronicles, that's together. Volume 1 and Volume 2, $6.99. This is the end. This is pretty much the end. That was it for 45s. I have like 20 more baskets like that, but that one's empty. It's all gone. That was it for that one, except for the leftovers. And but yeah, that's it. Unless anybody has any last requests, this is like the final moments to get stuff for anybody that we ship to, or anybody that comes and picks up. This is the final call, except for the flip video I'm going to post tomorrow in the group. This is it for the combined shipping. And then we'll start a new cycle. If Paul does a show tomorrow, new cycle, or new cycle Monday when I'm back live. Both level 42 sold to Mike O, $6.99 and $6.99. Leslie on AL, that was Annie Lennox. That sold to Leslie for $6.99. And then Michael Remsna, make sure both of these kinks are sold together. Those are sold together for Michael Remsna, $6.99. And then one Insane Clown Posse to Regina for $4.99. And then that stack left Johnny Lang, Manfred Mann, Albert Lee, Fresh Air, and Fury Lewis. But I'm probably going to stop there. It's already 2 a.m. And I'm going to try to get this place organized back here just in case one of them is doing a sale back here tomorrow. And they already have a ton of stuff to watch. I think they got to watch all of last night's 9-hour show. They're going to have to watch all of tonight's 9-hour show. And they've got a lot of tagging, sorting, keying in to do. They got a lot of stuff. So hopefully we buy some great stuff tomorrow. I'm going to go wash my hands. I just ate a bunch of Mexican food, but I kind of want to eat my chicken noodle soup now. It's been a great week, but does anybody have any more requests? Not, can you go through another tub of CDs, but maybe I'll take a copy of Television, or go ahead and give me a copy of Tame Impala, anything like that, especially new vinyl. If that's it, it's been a great week, and this is the first full week I've been here for 6 straight shows, 5 until at least 1 a.m. So I think we've live streamed. I've live streamed over 60 hours this week. I think, I'm going to go back and add it up, but I think I've live streamed 60 hours this week. At least. So it's been pretty epic. This is the first full week I've been able to go all week with the new time, starting early and going late. and I've put in at least 60 hours for Coletco just doing this, and I've probably put in another 30 hours working here. So I work about 100 hours a week probably, and of course my mind is always thinking. So technically I work 24/7 for Coletco, but I work at least 100 hours here probably. So and 2/3 of that's mostly right here streaming and selling stuff, which is amazing that we are able to do this because of why? Y'all as great customers, very good customers, fantastic customers, amazing customers, wonderful customers. Some say the best customers, and it's hard for me to say I disagree. Truly amazing. All right. Here we go. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Couldn't do it without y'all. I may even go up here and start ordering some new vinyl. I got a lot of stuff to do. It's early for me. I probably won't go to bed. It'll be 3 or 4 more hours before I leave here probably on Saturday night. Or I can go home and start live streaming playing pinball, right? Or I can go home and start playing pinball and live stream that. It's Coletco and Discogs. Yeah. It should just be as Coletco. If you have problem finding it, send me a Facebook message, Mike. I'll send you a link to a listing. And if you see anything you want, just message us and we'll take it off. That way we don't have to pay fees. And I'll add it to your invoice before you get invoiced, okay? There's a lot of vinyl on there, but we also have a lot of CD box sets from Bear Family. Okay. Thanks, everybody, and I'm done for tonight. See y'all, and I'll definitely not be here tomorrow, but I'll be here at least Monday, okay?